I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
That's right, come on in. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not two, not three, not four.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not five, not six.
That's right.
Not seven.
Nope.
No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, or SiriusXM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, live.
We'll do it live.
On YouTube.
Do it live.
YouTube.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Do it.
Oh, I just got to take my headphones on that part.
Do it.
That do it is.
That's right. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say it again.
Rob Parker.
One more time. I'm feeling
Rob
really
Sterling
good.
Jr.
There you go. Say his name.
Kelvin Washington. Cheer.
Say it again.
Kelvin Washington.
Say it one
At
more
least hit me with my
time.
Stephen A. Smith.
Kelvin
Put the camera on me.
There you go.
Kelvin.
And we are indeed the odd couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington, on this Worship Wednesday. And you'll need our phone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake.
Yeah, you can't take them ratings if they ain't up.
Sorry about that, Ben.
Can't even see
Sorry
where you
about
are.
that. That's right. Yes, write it down, commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there, it's 877-996-6369 because they can't do the numbers and letters.
It's not trigonometry.
New era.
I
New
know.
era.
Sorry about that. And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you do call in here and have a problem with what we say to you, tough, because...
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
Turn it off.
That's right.
Turn it off.
With that said, always remember...
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Sweetie Petey. Yeah.
There you go. Let's go, big show. And let me welcome in my co-host. He is...
Kelvin
Washington.
That's right. What's up, man? Happy Worship Wednesday. I don't know if you're going to worship today because you was blasphemous the other day. You going to worship?
Yes.
Worship today, maybe? Did you do 17 Hail Marys?
No.
All right.
You know me. I'm just a regular guy trying to get through in this
I know.
life.
He still loves you, though. It's all good. That's the beauty about it,
Well,
that he still loves you.
Because my game plan is simple. Sin all the way up until
Then
you're on your
last second,
deathbed, and then
forgive me, Lord, and take-
ask for forgiveness for
That's
your
how
sins.
it works.
You might barely get, he might put you like in purgatory. He might just put you in the like, all right, I ain't putting you down
That's
there.
how it works.
I'm supposed right.
Get baptized.
Yeah.
Right.
I
I'm asking
repent.
for my sin. Right. Can
Yeah.
you please
Accept
forgive-
Jesus.
Listen, it happened at the cross. You know how you
That's
got
it.
you know how the picture is just 3 crosses?
Right.
One of the guys on the cross did that.
I say me and Tim Tebow are cool. We good? Yo? No?
Come on up.
Dab
here.
me up, God.
Just, say you know your boy. I'm
I
in
know
with
Rob.
Broussard. I'm in with Dub. I'm no Tebow. You be good.
He did go against God, too.
And I just,
When did he?
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, Tebow.
Well, he went against the whole God.
He did the other day. That was crazy.
Well, but I'm also I'm holding out hope that, when they talk about Jesus and his woolly hair and skin like bronze,
But you gonna
Rob,
brown nose him?
that
You
he's
gonna brown nose him? You gonna
Rob,
brown nose him? You gonna like, what's
caution.
up, brother?
Yo, bro.
There you go. Now why everything now it's gonna be check out Heaven Bro, because you need to know. Stop trying to bro everything up. Now it's Heaven Bro. Pearly Gate Bro.
And I'm gonna
because you need to know.
And I'm gonna have a black glove when I wear it up there. You know what I mean?
You lucky.
It's MLB Heavenly Bro, because forever's the way to go.
There you go.
I like that. When we get up there, we can just go ahead and start that podcast.
That's right. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Hey, we got a great show on this Wednesday. I was just coming from the ballpark. Yes, people are nervous down there.
Ain't nobody nervous.
They're
They nervous because you took all the hot dogs.
They're nervous.
That's why they nervous. Oh God, he's here for his third day in a row.
Rob
Where
G,
are the hot dogs?
Rob G knows the other day. I'm gonna pull back the curtain. I was talking to Rob G about to leave the ballpark, and I didn't want to leave the ballpark to get to the show. Rob G, why didn't I want to leave when I should have been leaving?
Okay.
Because you had $14 left on your gift card that they gave you for free.
And the best part about this, YouTube, he's not joking either.
No, it's a
like
true
he's
story.
really was racking his brain. What can I do? How much are these cookies? Can I
What
get
did
a
I say,
diet?
Rob G? I was like, I can't walk out of here with $14
It's
left.
burning a hole in my pocket,
Now,
Rob G.
it's a question. Does it carry over?
No.
So like 25 and then you get to carry the 14, you have 39? No.
You got to spend it today.
And then when I spend it, I'm going to need that receipt.
Oh, but that's a given. Come on now.
Rob G, what?
You about to pull out a pocket. This man making it rain receipts.
When I go to Magic City, I get a receipt.
Oh, jeez. The home office.
She like, I'll be back. Hold on, Rob.
Oh, they already know. I need a receipt. This is a business expense.
Hey, listen.
It's a business
I'm gonna tell the truth
expense.
though. He ain't lying.
It is.
He ain't lying. Don't you
remember the NBA? Don't you remember the NBA Players Association guy, right, with the running Uber and the drinks?
That was the NFL. That was the NFL's. Yeah, the NFL. He was going crazy. He told the driver, "Stay here. Don't move."
Not I'll call you back. Like he's in there for 3 hours with the meter running, right? Crazy.
It was longer than that.
Yeah,
he left at 6 a.m.
Oh God. All right. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is our producer. That's right. Alex is our engineer. Isaac Lowenkron is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program.
Don't say that out loud. YouTube gonna be mad.
And of course,
Never heard of him.
Elijah is our social media.
Don't do Elijah like that. Shout out to Elijah.
Guru.
He saved me moments ago.
Yes, he's the best. All right. Hey, let's get here. It's Game 5, and I told you about the Blue Jays yesterday. Shohei Ohtani.
This time,
right?
it counts.
He's the greatest player who ever walked the face of the earth. He gave up 4 earned runs, went 0 for 3, and struck out twice. I don't want to hear about Game 3. Game 4. That was the one that would have pushed him over. They would have had a 3-1 lead. Here he was on the mound. Everybody was so smug at Dodger Stadium. Even Shea, the Dodgers are winning 5 games. He bet me wings. Where's my gift card, Shea? I want it now. 5 games, my ass. Ohtani couldn't even come through for them yesterday when they needed him.
Roger, the best part is Rob said the Blue Jays are going to win in 5.
6.
Depending on what network we watch.
I said 6.
No, I was watching at my other job in Brian McKinney. You had said 5.
I said 6.
Yeah, okay.
I got 2 out there, 5 and 6.
Yeah, we all at the beach right now with flip-flops on.
I'm going to take the 6. Okay, so here's Rob G. Today's news is that Dave Roberts has made some switches.
He has. Coming into tonight's Game 5, again, whoever wins Game 5 when it's 2-2.
If you hit me with a percentage, I'm going to slap you.
You about to win it 98% of the time.
I'm sick of these.
70.
I'm sick of these. You know everyone has been 70, right?
Everyone
69.
Is about 70%.
If you know the winner of Game 1, 69%. You know the winner of Game 3, 69%. All right, I don't want to hear any more of these.
So the big story coming into Game 5 is that the Dodgers, outside of Ohtani, cannot hit the ball at all.
They haven't been hitting.
As a team,
all playoffs.
They're batting .214 in this World Series, all right? Worst of all, the quartet of Mookie Betts, Andy Paez, Tommy Edman, Kike Hernandez, batting a combined .147. As a result, Dave Roberts making some wholesale changes to the lineup. Mookie Betts, who's batted second basically all season, drops down to third, pushes Freddie Freeman down to fourth. Andy Paez out of the lineup altogether.
Yeah.
The Dodgers really moving things around, hoping to get a spark offensively.
You know what? Desperation time for the Dodgers, and Dave Roberts is just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. Because let's be honest, this is on Andy Paez, who's batted ninth. This is on him. He's the one who has to come out of the lineup, even though the big dogs, nobody's hitting. Is it really? But the Dodgers they're not even down in this series. It's 2-2. And guess who you have on the mound? You have your ace. Blake Snell is on the mound, and you're panicking because of what? Not because of Andy Paez, who's a great defensive player, and he did have 27 home runs, Kelvin, this year, right? Out of nowhere, I'll give you that. He don't have the track record that these other guys have. I'll give you that. But that's the reason you're losing, that you're going to take him out of the lineup. Mookie's not hitting. Muncie's not hitting. I mean, Freddie's not really hitting. You know, he's had the walk-off. And Ohtani, other than those 2 games, is not hitting. Like they're really struggling offensively. And I just don't stay the course. After tonight, if you lose tonight, okay, I'm with you. You got your ace on the mound. Stay the course. Tonight was not the night. It's just window dressing.
I disagree. I think it's late. I think Dave Roberts was riding Andy Paez too long. He is 4 for 50.
At least he's consistent.
He's consistently bad. And let me tell you why I actually wish you would say, you said in the 9th hole. The reason why, Rob G, this is how I know I be dealing with the hypocrisy of Rob Parker. Rob Parker sat next to me this entire MLB season, going with Brian Kenny. Let me tell you something, Brian. Those home runs don't matter. They don't matter. All those solo home runs, what you scream about? Ohtani doesn't get RBIs. Well, dang it, if the 9th hole wasn't hitting 4 for 50, maybe those home runs would have been 3-run home runs. Can the man get on the base a little bit? And I'm not putting it all on him, but what I'm saying is, in my job as David Roberts, what do they call it? You are a manager. Let me manage this lineup a little bit. Let me shake things up a little bit.
Or is it 2-2?
It is 2-2, but I'm going on the road for 2. And I got to make sure we're absolutely poised to have a chance to win. And you know what you do towards the end of something? I don't care if it's a ball game. I don't care if it's a fight. You scrap, you bite, you do anything you can to win. And dang it, if it's moving Andy, moving Mookie, making some things happen, you have to do that. And by the way, if it's also bringing a pitcher that we never expected to come in to close the game or to relieve for a little bit, at this point, it's all hands on deck. Anything goes. We're trying to win a game, a World Series title, I should say. So I'm with it. And in fact, again, Andy Paez had so many chances, Rob. Even in that 18 inning, you're like, all right, maybe he can get out to something.
But he
played 2 games, and it's shine.
But wait a minute. But the times, okay, I'm not disagreeing that he hasn't hit.
Right. It is the other guys.
Okay, but who have they walked Shohei to get to?
Mook.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Mookie is a bigger part of this. I think I just saw the graphic. He has had a multi-hit game since Game 3 of the NLCS, I think. Like he struggled. And that's a big reason. That's why they keep walking Shohei and not pitch. If Mookie was swinging the bat, there's no way that they could walk Shohei.
And this is why MLB bro already know that Mookie is more likely to come back and be Mookie-like than Andy Paez.
We're running out of games.
So we are. And that's why you have to start making these changes. And that's, to me, why I'm going to do whatever it takes. And that would be the same thing with the Blue Jays, or if this were an NBA Finals or a Super Bowl, halftime, well, we're going to stay. No, you make adjustments. You make changes. In baseball, it's a little different. You don't necessarily make adjustments kind of in the same way that other sports do. Maybe pitching, we're going to pitch them a little differently, but this is an adjustment. And I'm not mad at it because, to me, look how far you've gotten not making that many adjustments. Now, to me, it's, all right, this isn't working. We've tried it. Let's make some adjustments to see if we can't finish this thing. Because you got one more here in L.A., then you go on the road to another whole country.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Was the Dodgers lineup change a panic move, or are they just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic, or is this something Dave Roberts finally figured it out? We'll continue this conversation next with you, 877-99 on Fox. It is The Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio on a Worship Wednesday. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Because Unc Parker told you in the beginning to no Ohtani Sunday in the US of A.
I know they have that rule in the regular season where the guy goes to second base. Maybe that's a little too much. But do they need to put something in place to prevent this kind of thing from happening again?
No way, no how. You know why, Rob G? And I'm going to say this to you, Kelvin. Can you imagine the Dodgers losing that game because they put a man on second base, somebody bunted him over to third, and then they hit a sacrifice fly? So without a hit, you just lost a playoff game. Nobody is signing up for that. Am I right?
No,
Nobody would be like, oh, did you see that game? That was awesome. They put a man on second base. The next guy bunted him over, and then he had sacrifice fly, and we won.
Never having a hit.
Never having a hit. That's not the way you want the game to end. So there's no way you can do it. And that's why even baseball, because I'm not crazy about it during the regular season, I'm like, can we play the 10th inning regular? And then if we go past the 11th, maybe you say, okay, now we want to end it. But can we play? It would be like baseball saying, okay, now we're going to do the home run derby. Everybody, you get your 3 best home run hitters. You get 9 pitches. Whoever has the most home runs. That you don't want to end the game that way. I get last night, and Rob G's point is accurate. For about 10 innings, there was no scoring. That's a long time. That's not that compelling. There were plays and whatnot, but still 10 innings without scoring. And what happens is they start to go through the lineup, pulling guys out. So, Kelvin, the problem is pinch runners are now in the lineup because you've subbed guys out.
Right.
So there are no hitters there. And then those guys they're not hitters. You know what I mean? So it's easy outs. Man, they got a man on. They can't get them in. No, they can't. No, those guys, they can't get them in because these pitchers will be able to get these guys out. So I don't think you can really change it. I understand it's not ideal to have an 18-inning game. But in no way do I want the regular season rules in the postseason. I would not feel comfortable or feel good about a game like that.
No, the answer is no, Rob G. Keep it as is. It's too much at stake. It's too much at stake because this is guys' legacies. This is their team's legacy. The Dodgers couldn't win a World Series for years up until they finally won. Well, what's going on? Dave Roberts ain't this. And, is Clayton Kershaw's not clutch. And if you're the Blue Jays, 32 years. There's too much at stake. Guys get in the Hall of Fame because what's the first thing you do? He's a 2-time Hall of Famer, 6-time All-Star. All of these things matter. Your accolades, these things. When we go to your baseball reference page, and we click on it, it shows all your info. That matters. And if I'm not getting things because, like you said, an easy little bloop over there and then the game's over.
Yeah, you would be like, what?
You want it to be earned. And part of being earned is strategy. How long do I go with Will Klein? Will Klein, the most he'd ever pitched for the Dodgers, or in his career, but I'm saying for the Dodgers, their pitcher Will Klein, was 36 pitches. He pitched 72. When do you keep him in? Do you not? I love the strategy that goes, like you mentioned. All right, do I go for the pinch run now? We trying to get a run here?
Right.
Or do I not?
I got to keep the bat in the lineup?
Do I keep the bat? Do I put him at DH? Do I not? That's one of the great things about baseball. There's so many little, small, intricate things and details that go into it. So you can't change it. And again, you don't want to change something for an anomaly. 18 innings doesn't happen at all. I know it happened back in 2018, but it doesn't happen every year. So I don't want to change something for something that could maybe not happen again for another 25, 35 years, and I'm changing rules for that. I believe most people who watched that enjoyed it. I believe most people thought it was just crazy, wild, and fun, and they can always say, remember that wild Game 3 back in 2025. And I think you want to be able to have that and enjoy that, and that's part of it. Because the basketball equivalent would be, if it was 5 overtimes, you'd be like, yo, that was crazy until Steph finally hit that 3.
What do you mean you missed that 3?
Yeah, you're right. Let me give me somebody else. Chauncey.
Because that was to win the game, so it wasn't Steph.
He tied it the other day.
Okay. No, but it wasn't a postseason game.
I know. He tied it with like 20 seconds left, and I was like, we should talk about this.
No, we should
And then the
not.
NBA was like, nah, we're going to talk about gambling. That's literally what happened. I was like, ooh, Rob G, we could talk about if Steph finally clutch or not. And then they was like, we're going to drop this hammer. But no, I'm not with you. I know it's a lot, but believe it or not, the fact that it is a lot is what made it great because it was almost unbelievable. You're like, okay, how many times did they start hitting home runs to the track? You're like, oh,
And it was not right.
It was just, yeah. So I think that's what makes baseball unique. You don't want to take that away. a Worship Wednesday with your boys, the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel. Shout out to YouTube right now because we are simulcasting. You can be hearing us and watching us on YouTube, but you got to search Odd Couple FSR, so go do that. While you're there, like it, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We got Levi Weaver on the way, the Windup MLB newsletter for The Athletic. Talk some MLB as we are maybe 30, 40 minutes away from Game 5 World Series at Dodger Stadium. And let's get to what we're talking about. 877-99 on Fox. Dave Roberts making some lineup changes, pushing Mookie down one. Andy Paez out. And Rob believes the ship is going down. I believe you scrap, crawl, bite, whatever you got to do to win 2 out of 3. What say you? Let's take some calls.
All right, Tony in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tony?
Oh, Canada! Yes, the ship is sinking. They've hit the iceberg. The band is playing I Love L.A., and they are sinking. Like I said, I saw Rob G there last night with his hat on, rubbing elbows with LeBron and Carson Wentz and all the little L.A. celebrities like it was a coronation or something. And then the junior impaler, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., said, not so fast. You know what I'm saying? You guys aren't like us. You guys aren't like us.
Last night was supposed to be a coronation. It was supposed to be Ohtani wins this game, gives them a 3-1 lead. It's 2 bombs, and everybody's like, look at Ohtani. He's the greatest thing going. Instead, 4 earned runs, 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. It was a lousy game.
Who had the Dodgers sweeping or winning it all easily? No, y'all acting like it's 2-2.
That guy over there, Shea, had him in 5 games. That guy, Shea.
Well, don't nobody listen to Shea.
Shea, right?
Shea can't even get no facial hair yet. Ain't nobody listening to Shea yet.
Put Shea. Shea, you said 5
hey, look,
games,
Rob,
right, Shea?
Rob finding somebody. Look, Rob finding somebody. Shea said
the one there with the Dodgers
the
jersey
one
on.
He's the one who said it. He got a Dodger jersey on.
All right, Marty in Kentucky, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Marty? Canada.
Alex, I need him to leave.
Hey, Marty, before you go, Alex, after last night, Ohtani giving up the 4 runs, earned runs, and going 0 for 3, I didn't need baby oil last night.
What you need?
I needed maple syrup. I'm just so sure I am moist after that.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I hope he goes 3 for 4 with 3 home runs today.
Marty, what do you got?
Marty didn't want to hear that. Marty hung up.
No, I didn't hang up. Fellas, I do think it's a panic situation. I really do. They've had a lot of success in getting away from what they do. I don't think is that smart, but I think the Blue Jays don't get enough credit for all the intangibles that they have that are pressuring the Dodgers into panicking. And I want to tell y'all one really quick story. I'm rooting for the Dodgers big time because I'm in a bad situation. I am afraid to gamble on sports because I'm afraid I'd be addicted. I've never downloaded an app. I never want to. My father came to me in the spring. I was getting my pool ready, and he's 78 years old, huge baseball fan. Named my oldest brother Mickey for
Mickey
why.
Mantle, yeah.
Yeah, and he tells me, Marty, I know you know how to do this tech stuff, this phone stuff. He's like, I want to make a sports bet. I was like, Dad, I'm afraid of those things. I don't even want to know how. He tells me in the spring, I want to put $3,000 on the Blue Jays to win the World Series.
You gotta be kidding me, Marty. Are you serious?
I swear to you. And I told him, he told me, he said, they have it. And I said, what's it? He said, they just have it.
Wow.
He said, you can't see it in numbers, but when they play divisional games, they're able to take it to another level, and teams can like that do that in the playoffs. And I'm scared to death that they're going to win, and he's going to blame me forever.
That's a great point, Marty.
That's great. Hey, your dad, man, 3,000. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is 3,000. But also on the flip side, Marty, you might have created a monster. Had he won, if Pops would have won, he would have been one to gamble all the time. So you might have saved him, And I respect that about Marty, saying that, I'm afraid that I might have to, become addicted. That's a wise man right there, Marty.
Brandon in Illinois, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Brandon? Brady, Braden, I'm sorry, my man.
Hi, yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, B?
Hey, Dave Roberts is an old school or maybe older school baseball guy. He knows those guys take pride in their lineup spot. Like Mookie's, you guys said it, Mookie's been batting second all year.
Yep.
It sends a message to Mookie, hey, man, I need to see something when you're sending him down to third. It gets in his head, makes him change some things.
Okay.
Well, maybe it changed for the better.
Or he could pout. It could be for the worse.
You know, that might change.
Braden, thank you, buddy.
I get the sentiment, but I just don't understand, like, if I'm trying to win a series and I mix something up, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, if your guy's getting cooked, my DB's getting cooked in the Super Bowl, I might have to put another dude on him. Like, we're trying to win this thing, the whole thing, so I don't get that part of it. All right, on the way, Levi Weaver. We'll talk some more MLB with him in just a moment. Right now, we got Isaac Lowenkron. Ilo is going to get you set on what's trending. Hey,
all right, fellas, the countdown is on to Game 5 of the World Series coming up just after the top of the hour with the Dodgers and Toronto Blue Jays tied at 2 wins apiece. George Springer not in the Jays starting lineup for his second straight game because of an oblique injury. For the Dodgers, Will Smith batting second, Mookie Betts third, and Alex Call into the lineup batting ninth in place of Andy Pages. Meanwhile, multiple outlets report that the Minnesota Twins are hiring Derek Shelton as their new manager. Shelton previously managed the Pittsburgh Pirates for 5+ seasons. Why are you showing him what you showed me right before the start of the show? Rob? Why are you showing him what you showed me right before the start of the show?
Yeah, I didn't ask. I didn't ask for this either.
Neither did I.
Yeah, I didn't need to know the Dodgers like that.
Seems to be a common theme around here. Is all I'm going to say. Crazy, crazy, crazy story out of college football as Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry said today that LSU Athletic Director Scott Woodward will not be hiring LSU's next football coach, but instead that the hire will be made by LSU's Board of Supervisors. Here was Governor Landry earlier today. Oops, sorry. I pressed the wrong button there. Let me try that again.
We are not going down a failed path. And I wanted to tell you something. This is a pattern. The guy that's here now that wrote that contract cost Texas A&M $70-something million. Right now, we got a $53 million liability. We are not doing that again.
Anyway, in the NFL today, the Philadelphia Eagles acquired cornerback Michael Carter from the New York Jets in exchange for receiver John Mechie. Washington Commanders head coach Dan Quinn said receiver Terry McLaurin re-injured his quad and will not play on Sunday Night Football against the Seattle Seahawks. Kelvin, have you recovered yet?
Nope.
Neither have I.
TMI. Didn't need to know. Rob, don't ever show me nothing like that again.
They showed me the rat and pizza video. I can't get that out of my head.
Well, dang it. Now you have introduced me to that.
I know. Have you seen that?
I tell you what, the Dodgers better win, Ilo, just to get that. Hey, y'all better get erased all that.
How exciting to be present at the birth of a new phobia.
Yeah. My gosh. All right. Thank you, Ilo. Appreciate it. Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. And that's right. Aches and pains, well, they can sneak up on you during the holiday hustle and bustle. Aleve can help you forget the pain. Make happy memories instead. And with just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so that you can keep it moving. Please use as directed. Joined now by Levi Weaver, the Windup MLB news leader for The Athletic. 32Fs on X. So give him a follow there. Levi, what's going on?
What's happening, Levi?
Hey, fellas. How are you guys doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Levi, I want to know before we get here and the lineup change and all that, just what did you have prior to the World Series? What was your pick? I had the Blue Jays in 6. Kelvin had the Dodgers in 5. 6. Where were you, Levi?
I did not pick a specific number, but I thought it was going to be Dodgers in 4 or 5.
Wow.
I did not think this was going to be close.
Okay.
Wait, why 4 though? We talked about it. The Blue Jays offensively have been great.
Blue Jays coming in, averaging 6.5, and this postseason, 6 runs in Major League Baseball is a lot. Runs a game. Why did you not think that they would be able to compete? Is because of the Dodger pitching against the Brewers?
Yes, that's 100% it. It was a combination of things, but that's a big one, is that the Brewers were such a good, pesky offensive team all year long. And no, they didn't hit a lot of home runs, but they didn't strike out either. And they played good, solid, fundamental baseball that I thought at the time, let's see how the Dodgers match up against this. And the Dodgers steamrolled them. And they struck out a bunch of guys. And I thought, all right, well, this is just who the Dodgers are. And then on the flip side, there's the other half of the inning is how do I feel like the Blue Jays pitching is going to match up against the Dodgers offense. And no, the Dodgers offense hasn't been quite what we expected this year, but I just thought that the combination of those two things, I thought the Dodgers offense was better than the Blue Jays pitching, and I thought it would be a better matchup, but I thought the Dodgers pitching was going to squelch this hot postseason run that the Blue Jays have been on.
Now, wait a minute. Last night was supposed to be a coronation. It really was.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. And Levi, here's my point. After the Shawne game, and they're afraid to pitch to him, and the Dodgers win with a walk-off in 18 innings, you have your guy on the mound, right? You have this guy, this unicorn, who's now going to pitch a shutout and hit 2 or 3 home runs, and everybody will say, he's him, he's that guy, or whatever. And instead he gives up 4 earned runs through 6 innings, right? And goes 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts, and now it's a different story. I mean, I don't think most people thought the Dodgers would be in this situation with Shohei on the mound last night.
I'll be honest with you. I kind of expected Ohtani to struggle last night from on the mound. And the reason is he was on base 9 times the previous game.
Right.
He is him. But you just don't, even if you're just taking intentional walks, just being on your feet as much as it takes to be on base 9 times, and to have, I guess, 5 plate appearances and 4 intentional walks. The game's 6.5 hours long. That takes so much out of a body. And so when you look at who is the starting pitchers, Bieber got up and stretched a little bit. They didn't know if they might need him, but he basically just sat around for 6.5 hours. Ohtani had a very, very busy game. So, no, I'm not surprised that the very next night he struggled on the mound. I kind of figured that might be the case.
Well, stay here for a minute with the Dodgers. We just got, the report that Dave Roberts is going to switch in the lineup a little bit. Paez out. Mookie goes down a spot. Panicking, strategic, trying to make some moves to win a couple games. What do you make of it?
I have never been good at analyzing lineups. Now, if you've got, the 2021 Angels and you were to bat Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout 8th and 9th, okay, I feel like I can weigh in, and this was a bad idea. There's just so much data involved in these decisions now, and they've got, this guy's swing path lines up against this guy's arm path, and, the way that this pitch breaks, his mechanics work better against that. So I kind of honestly just defer to the managers on all lineup things forever. Change the lineup, great. He's got some information that I don't.
But here's my only thing, Levi. You're sitting the 9th place hitter. He's the reason that you're not winning or not hitting. I just look at it no, it's because the reason that Ohtani was on base 9 times is because they kept walking him in front of Mookie Betts because Mookie's not hitting. Muncie's not hitting. Freddie Freeman, other than the walk-off, isn't hitting. I could just go up and down, and I don't know if Paez, he's the reason why you're at a 2-2. You're not down in the series. It's 2-2 with your ace on the mound. No?
Sure, but you can't bench everybody. You gotta pick one, and Paez has been worse than the rest. So sure, bench him, put somebody else in, move Mookie down. These are the sort of changes that kind of tend to work better a little at a time. I don't think they're going to just, put all the names in the hat and draw it out and be like, we really, really got to shake it up. It's been a good offense not the offense we expected it to be. But
not the postseason for sure. Right.
Yeah,
right, that's true.
Yeah.
Hey, Levi. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
Oh, well, I was just the finishing thought was I don't have the solution for what I would have done to fix it. It's these things are we all love to gripe about the lineup, and it's a lot of fun, but when it comes down to it, it's so tricky that I do not claim to be an expert on that.
Hey, Vlad Guerrero Jr. Vlad gets $500 million. There's a point throughout the season where even Blue Jay fans were booing him. Wasn't exactly like they thought. And Rob and I talked about Juan Soto. Happened the same thing. Ended up being a good season for Soto. Ended up if you're Vlad.
Even though the Mets didn't make the playoffs.
Right,
so
that's true. That's true. But Vlad's got you 2 games away from a World Series title. How's he been throughout this season? Big deal, and just trying to live up to the money, and also obviously win one for his father.
Yeah, I mean, he's been so good this postseason, and Vlad has been one of those guys that we've always known he was good, but it just seemed like he was not quite able to put together this, put it all together. And man, he definitely has done that this postseason. He's been, I think probably the best hitter that I've watched in the postseason, with the exception of like those 2 games that Donnie had, in which that was not even human. But yeah, I mean, he's putting together good at bats. He is hitting the ball hard when he hits it, and yeah. But just like you guys mentioned on the lineup, with it's not all Pages' fault. It's not all Guerrero that's got them 2 games from World Series win either. That entire lineup has been putting together such good at bats and just wearing guys down. There was a stretch in that 7th inning. I think he had 5 hits in the 4-run inning last night. 4 of those hits came on the first or second pitch. They're just, when it's time to strike, they're striking. They're just going to be patient. They're being patient. I've been so impressed by this Blue Jays offense.
Now here we go. I got the Dodgers losing, so when they lose, how big of a, not just a disappointment, but a failure is this? They spent $1 billion in the offseason. They added to Shohei. They won last year. Everybody said, it's not fair. This is bad for the baseball. Oh, the evil empire. Well, the call off the season. They were supposed to be the Beatles this season. They wound up being Boy George and Culture Club, but they were supposed to be the Beatles. And they get back to the World Series, and everybody's thinking they're going to win, in 4 or 5 games. They're going to overmatch everybody. If they lose this is a tremendous failure.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, and yet it feels weird to be like, yeah, they took the World Series to 6 or 7 games, and that's a massive failure. It feels strange to say those words in that order. It's so hard to repeat in this sport.
It is.
It is.
We talk about it, Levi, all the time. For people who don't know, no one's repeated in Major League Baseball in 25 years. And the last National League team to repeat the 75-76 Cincinnati Reds.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I can't bring myself to a place where I say that it's a massive failure. Would it be a disappointment for them?
But
yeah,
they spent a lot of money for it just to be a disappointment. Do you know, like Seattle getting to the World Series and not winning would be disappointment. They have such a payroll. They went out and spent so much money. Everybody fully expected them to win. They did. And if they don't, I think it's a failure.
I agree with you right up until the very last statement. I can't bring myself to call it a failure. Now, if they'd gone to eked into the World Series against like a weak National League and got swept in 4, like that to me would have felt like a failure. That would have been like a team that was not very good. They've been so good this postseason. They've lost 1 game before they got to the World Series. So yeah, it would be disappointing. I can't bring myself to say that it would be exactly a failure. Let's see how the next few years go. If they win 2 out of 3, if they win even 2, 3 out of 5 or 6, I feel like that's still a heck of a run for any team in the sport.
Yeah, failure is too definitive for me.
Failure.
As well.
Failure with a capital F. I teach at USC. I don't put an F on your paper. I put failure.
That's what you put?
Yes, I put
ruining
failure.
the youth of our future. Levi, we appreciate you, man.
Levi,
thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, of course. Take care, guys.
No doubt. All right, on the way, Shekel City Player of the Day as well.
Shekel City, did you say?
Plus, somebody was out of pocket, and I'm looking at you.
I'm out of pocket? What
yeah,
I
I'll
do?
explain what you were doing. It's the Odd Couple, Rob, Kelvin, Fox Sports Radio.
They have too much talent. They're getting healthier. If they get their – can they make a run in this division? Absolutely. And my pick, Rob G, before the season started, because he always says do I pick the Packers every year? No, but I picked the Packers this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that was before the Micah Parsons trade, right? Because wasn't that right before the season? Remember, I think I had picked the Packers.
I think you did.
Right? I did before. And then they got him. So, and I picked the Baltimore Ravens. Like you picked the Ravens, but I think you picked who'd you pick? The
Lions. Ravens, Lions.
Yeah, like he's talking about me, and every pick is the Lions and the Tigers and the Pistons.
I picked the Mariners. I picked the Mariners. Mariners Dodgers was my World Series pick. See, I keep it real, son. I don't mind picking against them. And the problem with the Lions is now they're 15-2, the 21 carry the 1, 21-4, meaning they don't really lose. And since I've been a part of this show,
no, what are you talking about? You don't count playoff losses?
I'm talking about regular season.
No, I'm talking about the playoff loss. You don't count those?
No.
Okay.
I mean, they can. I'm saying regular season when we count them. We do our.
I count the postseason losses.
And even if you do that, that's a lot. Okay, so they're 21-5, Rob. And I got to include a win, so they be 22. So my point is, they don't be.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, my point is that I'm serious. I think the Ravens can make a run, and I don't flip flop. I'm sticking with my Super Bowl pick, but I don't think if they can get it going and get in the playoffs, I think that they could still make a run if they get everybody right, if everybody's healthy, if guys play. They don't have to play to their resumes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Play to their abilities. Because they weren't doing that when the season first started. Am I crazy?
You're crazy light. And the only reason why I'm not going full-blown crazy is because of Lamar Jackson. And he's just that much of a difference maker that if it came down to a game or two they needed to win, he's just that good that he can win a game or two to make them win the division or at least, find some wild card spot, get in there. And then from there, you let the chips fall where they may, and again, he's just that good. So that's why I'm not going to say you're full-on crazy. I will say, however, I just don't like what I'm seeing from them as a total unit. Defensively, they've gotten better, but, they're not where they should be, where we all kind of thought they would be with the guys. If you look at the back names on the back of the jersey, they're not where they should be. Derrick Henry, surprisingly. You thought when Lamar Jackson would go out, they would kind of what San Francisco's been doing. They said, all right, Purdy's out, this guy's out, whole receiving group's out. We're going to rely on McCaffrey. He's been getting the ball like crazy. That's not the case. Derrick Henry, he's got a couple of touchdowns because they were right there at the red zone, but he's not going crazy. He's not getting $120, $140, $150, 30 carries. We're just going to ride the horse. It's not been that. So I don't know what they are right now. I don't like the total team as a whole. But again, the only reason why I'm giving you crazy light is because Lamar Jackson in his prime right now is just that good that if he matches up against the right team and needs to win this game to win the division or a wild card spot, it will be very hard for me to go against him, depending as long as it's not like one or two teams, because he's just that good and he's that unique that it's hard to game plan for him.
Yeah, I just think like their roster and their talent is you picked them for a reason.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, and they haven't played up to their potential. You got plenty of time to get there, is what I'm saying. It's a long season. We saw them last year, Rob G. I want you to read out the schedule too, what's coming up, but. Remember, they lost the first. They were 0-2, and most teams that start 0-2 don't make the playoffs.
And we both win.
And we were like, we're going to make the playoffs. Right? Exactly, both of us. They won 7 of the next 8, and that's what I'm saying. With Lamar coming back, I can envision that.
That's not crazy. I said he's that good. I mean,
give us a schedule, Rob G, and let's see how it lines up.
Well, in order for them to make the Super Bowl, like you have them win the Super Bowl, they got to make the playoffs first. In order to make the playoffs, they got to get out of this 2-5 hole they dug themselves in. But this schedule shapes up very, very well if you were believing.
The division alone is easy.
So Thursday against the Dolphins. Dolphins are not very good.
Okay, so there could be a W right there.
Then they get the mini bye, right? Because you play Thursday, you got 10 days for the next game. They travel to Minnesota, but J.J. McCarthy so far has only played one good quarter.
Yeah, that's winnable.
In his NFL
that's
career.
Winnable.
Okay, then it's in Cleveland. Dylan Gabriel's nothing to really get excited about. It's at home against Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor.
You look at those right there.
Let's say they lost one of them.
Then they're at home to Joe Flacco. Now they might be plucky because the Bengals suddenly got an offense, but it's at home.
But it's still winnable.
Right?
It's not like ooh.
Then it's at home against Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Right. So both of the two tougher games are at home. Mm-hmm. Then after that, they go to Cincinnati and they close it with Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers. So that Week 18 game with the Steelers could
that could be for
ultimately
the
determine the
division.
division.
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a what? A Worship Wednesday. That's right. Shout out to Levi Weaver, who just joined us a bit ago from The Athletic. Does the MLB newsletter there. Appreciative of him taking some time with us.
His nickname is Dream Weaver, but that's
Dream
another
Weaver?
story.
All right. Blake Snell getting ready. What are we, 21 minutes away from first pitch of World Series Game 5.
Alex ain't having it today. Alex,
What?
I've been through a lot today.
Alex, it's early, too. You got 2 hours plus a minute, extra minutes. All right, folks, now time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Did I do that? I did do that. Did I do that?
Rob ain't going nowhere.
2-1 last night.
Oh, wait, stop the record. Stop the record, Alex. Wait,
Keep it going, Alex.
I thought that was for 3-0. What is you can't do that for 2-1.
Rob Parker. 54-50. I was close. The Clippers are the one who got me for the 3-0.
You stop betting on the Clippers.
I know. You already know.
Come on.
All right, tonight, here we go. Toronto Blue Jays plus 1.5 runs.
Whoa, shocked me there.
Blue Jays. They're going to win it outright.
Blue Jays.
Oh, man, I picked the Blue Jays and the Yankees to win tonight. Oh, wait a minute, they're not playing tonight.
Aaron Judge somewhere right now. I got a bunch of bets on me today. I'm not even playing. They're like,
You
Rob
already know,
Parker.
Look, you already know Big Poppy's picking the Blue Jays.
He's picking Blue Jays.
Canada. All right, I also have the Cavaliers minus 3.5. They are in Boston, taking on the Celtics, off to a terrible start.
Yeah, we knew that was going to be a rough.
Also, I got the Magic minus 1.5 in Detroit, taking on the Pistons. Pistons got beat up bad by Cleveland.
Yep, up 10 right now.
All right, so
Magic.
again, Magic minus 1.5, Cavaliers minus 3.5, and the Blue Jays plus 1.5.
I ain't paying for that.
And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right, there you have it. It's now time for your Tyrek play of the day.
2-1. Vladdy hits it high. Left field. Hernandez back on the track. Looks up. It is gone. Plakatov. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. puts them in the lead with a 2-run shot. 2-1 Blue Jays in the top of the third.
Blue Jays radio there.
Who? What? Blue what?
Blue
Jays.
Blue Jays.
Hey, you know what? We should have played the French version when he hit that home run. Did you hear it? Oh, my God.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Tremendous. Oh, God. They sound so good.
Look at you, a Renaissance
God.
man, all worldly. Tire Rack play of the day right there, brought to you by, of course, Tire Rack. And for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile
glad we're
tire
running out of
installation.
time.
TireRack.com. Wait, tire buying. Shabby, we're not running out of time. Let's get to this. All right.
What is this?
Rob G, break it down so I can cuss this man out.
So during our pre-show meeting, which
Here
we do
go. Alex,
every day,
listen to this. Here we go.
Rob Parker, multi-millionaire, right, who drives a luxury automobile everywhere he goes. He got the Louis Vuitton jacket, backpack.
Look at the sweet Jordan brand. Yeah, this guy got 17 pairs of Travis Scott.
He got the Exclusivo jacket. They didn't even make that Odd Couple one that he's wearing.
I ran into Jordan. He told me he was mad he ain't got it.
Exactly. Rob Parker goes to the game ahead of Game 5 at the stadium, and they're like, hey, as part of the media, you all get $25 gift cards, get whatever food you want while you're here. So Rob, of course, is going to use it. It's fine. Rob then has the audacity on the first thing is like, Rob G, what's up? How's it going? Oh, I'm just so mad right now, Rob G.
Oh, God.
You know how much it costs for me to get a burger and fries at Dodger Stadium? $24.99.
Oh, God.
No drink. No drink. Well, Rob, did you have to pay? No, they give you the card to pay for it, but still. Can you believe that, Rob G? Okay, let's get to the show.
Rob G.
You got it for free.
Alex.
What?
Kelvin.
Explain yourself out of this.
It's a double cheeseburger.
Oh,
and
wait a minute,
fries.
Rob G. You left out that gave that man an extra patty and cheese. I'm thinking it's a single cheeseburger. You got a double cheeseburger and fries for free. What about the working man?
$24.99?
No. For free.
No, I had to give them the card for $24.99.
And who gave you the card?
Well, MLB did.
Well, yeah, but so you got a free card to get free food, and you're complaining. Meanwhile, right now, there's a family there, a family of 4 or 5 who said, well, we're never going to go on another family trip. We're barely going to play for juniors college, but dang it, we're at Game 5 of this World Series, and you know what? I got to go pay $25 for this double cheeseburger and fry out of their own money and pay it 4 times over, and you get a free one and you mad.
It's just too much money. Even though it's not my money, I just had a hard time.
You had a hard time giving up something free?
I flinched when she said how much it was, and I had to give it I flinched.
Now, listen, I don't disagree that it's overpriced. I don't disagree with that. You've been going to ballparks since Moby Dick was a duck.
Moby Dick was a guppy. Since the Louisiana
I'm going to leave it to you. I'm going to let you keep that.
Let me keep that one.
You've been going to ballparks for 40 years. And you acting brand new and surprised that food is overpriced at ballparks and arenas and stadiums. You know this.
Crazy. I just, it's a double cheeseburger and fries. Like, how much does it cost to make that? Probably $1?
But think about Rob. Tickets are $800.
I know.
So they're gonna make everything more
$800. Where are you getting that at?
Yeah, that's for cheap seats.
Think about it. You got it for free. Who cares how much it costs?
It's just the principle of it, even though it's not my money.
Rob's for the people.
Hard.
If you said, man, this is too much for the average man, I would have been like, I feel you. But it's all about you.
Last week, the NCAA's Division I cabinet approved a rule change to allow college athletes to bet on professional sports, and Division II and Division III management councils also signed off on it, allowing it to go into effect this coming Saturday. NCAA athletes are still prohibited from betting on college sports and sharing information about college sports with bettors. Betting sites also aren't allowed to advertise or sponsor NCAA championships. The part about the Terry Rozier NBA story and the NBA story that I think ties into this is the real issue that they had was the fact that people were giving away information about statuses of players' health and whether or not they were going to be partaking in upcoming games, most notably LeBron James and the Damon Jones story. Damon Jones was tipping people off to LeBron's not playing in this game, hammer the Milwaukee Bucks at the time. You mean to tell me that none of these college players, I'm not saying this would ever happen, but just for example,
aren't doing the same thing?
Well, they just played with these guys. Like if you're Jackson Dart's teammate at Ole Miss and he's starting for the Giants, you don't think Jackson Dart's aware of who's playing and who's not in the upcoming Giants game? And so all of a sudden somebody from Ole Miss says, "Hey man, is such and such going to be playing? Like what are we looking at?" He goes, "Nah, we're going to go run heavy on this." There are props you can do for rushing yards, passing yards. He's the quarterback of that team. He's probably still got friends that are at Ole Miss. They could hit him up, and that's insider. That's insider information.
Here's the thing: who's to say that's just not a normal, regular conversation?
Yes. And it's not even, there's no ill intent. Like there's
no ill intent.
He's just like, man, like how's it going up there? What's going? I don't know, man. This week, coach is playing it slow.
We got a guard and a tackle down.
You can bet on all that.
We're going to go. We're probably going to run to the right side this week.
I'm telling you, just tie it together. Hey, for some reason,
You know, we get a lot of Ole Miss players that are betting on Giants games. I don't know what it is. Like, for some reason, they're betting the over-under on passing and rushing yards in the Giants games. I don't know what it is. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because they played with the Giants starting quarterback last year, and now they can gamble on those games. It is, to Narduzzi's credit, Pat Narduzzi said it, I think it's a bad idea. You're right. And that's what makes it awesome. Because
That's
somehow,
crazy.
some way, this is going to blow up in their face, and I don't get it.
We're moments away from Game 5 of the World Series with the Los Angeles Dodgers and Toronto Blue Jays tied at 2 wins apiece. George Springer not in the Blue Jays starting lineup for a second consecutive game because of an oblique injury. For the Dodgers, Will Smith will bat second with Mookie Betts hitting third. Alex Call into the lineup batting ninth in place of Andy Pages. Multiple outlets report the Minnesota Twins are hiring Derek Shelton as their new manager. Shelton previously managed the Pittsburgh Pirates for 5+ seasons. College football, Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry said today that LSU Athletic Director Scott Woodward will not be hiring LSU's next football coach, but instead that the hire will be made by LSU's Board of Supervisors. And in the NFL today, the Philadelphia Eagles acquired cornerback Michael Carter from the New York Jets for receiver John Mechie. I'm Isaac Lowenkron.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 on this Worship Wednesday. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle. That's right. Think about it. Thanks. November is on Saturday, and
Absolutely
the
crazy.
holidays and Christmas are right around the corner. Aleve can help you forget the pain by making some happy memories instead. Just one pill. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so that you can keep moving. Use as directed. Also, don't forget to check out our brand new YouTube channel. We appreciate everybody subscribing,
Absolutely,
and watching us, and getting stuff on social media. People say it's great to be able to watch you guys and stuff. It's fun. Yep, we'll do that. But let's say this. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, that's Odd Couple FSR. be sure to hit the subscribe button. And don't stop there. Thumbs up icon and comment away. Speaking of comments.
What's that?
And don't forget you could also subscribe. Rob G, let's just dip into the pool of the odd mod on.
See what they're saying.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of feedback. Not on the top of the hour talking about the lineup change for Game 5 coming up here in about 2 minutes. Everything's about Rob Parker and his shenanigans at Dodger Stadium with regard to that gift card and food. So just a few, I'm going to read them out here. Justin says Rob's a jackass.
What?
Rob's the kind of guy make you want to say F out of here.
What?
Zach says Rob is Julius from Everybody Hates Chris.
That's funny.
That is funny. All right.
That's the daddy, ain't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Scott says, hey, Rob, what exactly did you buy with the leftover money on the car? Because I know you spent it all.
Oh, listen, he tried to find a piece of gum for a penny or something.
Hey, I told Rob G the other day, it pained me to leave with $14 left on the card.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, everybody just, the consensus is Rob's out of pocket.
Okay, and one last thing.
I know what you're looking at.
What? Yeah, what?
No, I thought you were looking at that.
No.
Mookie, go ahead.
And one last thing, and this is, seriously, I don't even remember the kid's name, but I just told Kelvin the story, Rob G. And Rob G, you're better off telling this, but you know I mentor a lot of people. I'm into that. I teach, and all that, and I'm very big into, giving back and whatnot, and especially for a guy who doesn't have any kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, and whatnot. And so I'm walking to the car on the way to get back here. And a guy stops me. Rob G, you heard the whole conversation. You would be better off. Can you? And he's a producer at ABC at Good Morning America.
Good Morning America. Yeah, me and Rob are trying to get work done, but Rob Parker, he can't go anywhere without being recognized.
No.
And they say, "Hold on, Rob G, I got to talk to this guy real quick."
Hold on, Rob
No,
G.
but
Let me put
yes,
it on speakerphone.
I don't know what he looked like because I was on the phone, but this guy you can hear make a beat like, "Hey, Rob," and we're on the phone. He walks up to him. I just want you to know, I forget his name. My name is so-and-so. I work for Good Morning America. I'm one of the producers there. You don't know me, but you're a big inspiration in my life.
Can you imagine that somebody walk up to you and say that out of the blue?
Yep, and he's like, he said, I'm paraphrasing, all the black journalists around the country look up to you and the way you paved the way for so many people and what you've done to help so many people. He's like, again, you don't know me, you've never met me, but I want you to know that you really inspired me to do a lot of stuff in this
Alex,
business.
I'm dead. I was floored. I just told Kelvin the story.
Yep.
Seriously. Because that's not something you're expecting. I'm just literally walking back to the car. This guy comes out of nowhere. There's a whole crowd of people walking towards my way. And it's just the nicest thing when people acknowledge you in that way.
Absolutely.
And you feel like you know what? You don't even know you're making an impact.
Dude,
sometimes.
there are times where we get on here, we tell our hot takes. People yell at us, you scream at us, you call us whatever. You can agree with us. You love what we said. You love it, you giggled, you laugh. But there are days when someone will tell you how meaningful what you do, how meaningful it is and what it matters to them, why it resonates to them. And those are the days you're like, all right, I'm blessed to be able to do what I do, that it can make a difference in people's lives. And anytime you get those moments, it's awesome, man, for sure.
It really was.
Without a doubt.
It was one of those moments.
And the best part about it, you said it right. It always catches you off guard. Because you're
really
running, you're
wasn't.
scrambling,
Yeah.
your brain, I got to get out Dodge Stadium.
Rob G and I are talking on speaker, like about the show.
Yep.
And I'm not thinking about anything else. And he could have just, that is Rob Parker, and walked by.
Yeah, or
Right?
just
He
say,
coulda
Rob,
just-
I see you, Rob, and kind of kept it moving.
And he could have.
But you know why that is? And I'll just say the last point. It's because, to this young man's credit, and I think we need more of this. I've been big on this. I'll pat myself on the back. Dang, I've been like this for years. If I see somebody that I appreciate, I ain't too big, they're not too big, or I'm scared to
say
see. Me and my wife
something,
were just
right.
talking about this. My wife, she sent a post that Kevin Hart sent. Kevin Hart basically said, I'm in a room with Jeff Bezos, and, I want to go meet him. I introduce myself, and everybody, some people around, he going to think you on his jock. Let that man, and then
Right.
people who think small-minded. Kevin's whole point, said that's a wealth of information. It's a guy does great things. I want to just shake his hand, tell him, man, I'm a fan. I appreciate everything. My point is this young man had the wherewithal to say, man, if I ever see some, in this case you, I want to tell him I appreciate what he does. I want to tell him, what he meant a lot. That shows me that he's going to take that and give back himself.
I agree.
Understand the importance of that. And it's always great when people are able to do that. So, yeah, I totally get the sentiment, man. When people
And
stop
that's why
you.
that's a story to share. It really is. And
get
I
it.
can't keep that to myself. I just was like, wow, it made my
So
day.
the point is, did you shed a thug tear on the 110?
No, I did not, because I was too busy trying to finish eating what I was eating.
He interrupted the glizzy.
Well, you know who did shed a thug tear today?
Who that?
Couple of guys. One MLB bro for sure, Aaron Judge.
Yeah, the MLB bro.
Did you say Aaron?
Oh, it's just Cody.
Oh, God.
Oh, no way, that's Cody.
Is that your alarm clock? It just goes instead of
Kelvin was screaming.
and thing is Aaron Gord.
All rise, and that's how Rob wakes up.
That's even better.
All
Roger.
rise is pretty good.
Roger, that was great.
So Aaron Judge is upset.
All rise is great.
So is arguably the greatest player in baseball right now, Shohei Ohtani, and that's because the MLB Players Association did their annual poll where they had players all across the league. Basically, every player got a vote if they wanted to weigh in, and if they could, they wanted to. Asked them, most outstanding player in the NL, most outstanding in the AL, player of the year, pitcher of the year, so on and so forth.
And these are just players.
These
no
are
writers,
players
no
only,
reporters.
no Rob Parker, no Kelvin
Nope.
Washington, no Isaac Lowenkron. The winner of the NL most outstanding player, Kyle Schwarber.
Hello?
The winner of the AL most outstanding player and Major League Baseball player of the year, the big dumper, Cal Raleigh.
Hello? Is this on?
The two biggest stars with the two biggest stats across baseball snubbed by their peers.
Kelvin, you know what this is about. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What? Listen.
I want you to go.
That MLB players simply prove the conversation you and I have had in the
We've
NBA,
had over and
NFL,
over.
other sports. They prove that they can also be player haters as well, because this doesn't make any sense. There's no rationale behind it. And again, I hate when you have to do this, Rob, because you know what you have to do? You got to poo-poo the other guy.
Right.
Like as if, you know.
No, we're not saying that those guys
I
are
know,
scrubs or
and that's
bums,
what
right.
makes that's what these types of things make you do, is you have to poop. You end up having to poo-poo the other guy. And so Kyle Schwarber, a very good player. You sit up here every day. You know one of the things you complain about Ohtani and his greatness, one of the things you first go to, he's batting 280. 240?
That's the player of the year, right?
That's the player of the year? We sit up here and talk about, Ohtani could be a little better, 280. 240, and that's the guy you have over him? Not to mention, aside from home runs and RBIs, and a lot of that we go to the bottom of the lineup for the Dodgers, but every other metric was in favor of Ohtani. Every other metric. Any other thing you want to look at, it all on base, slugging percentage, all these other metrics.
I think the only one he had was one more home run than Ohtani.
Yeah, he had 56. Ohtani had 55.
Right, that was it.
Same,
that was
essentially
it, right.
same thing. And he had more RBIs. He did have a significant more RBI. I think like around 30 more RBIs. But the man pitched in 14 games. Like and again, I'm not saying Schwarber's a scrub, but the idea that he was bad, no one believes that. And what happens, Robin? The same thing with Aaron Judge. Now, that one's closer because I think we're going to see what happens with the MVP vote. But I think what happens, man, players want to crown the new, like, oh, man, I don't know. I like what Kyle's doing over there. Like, oh, look at that. Like, let me find something a little new at Kyle. Hey, I'm just saying he balling, because there's no other reason that you would say that. There's no other metric. And I think there is a little bit of player hateration where they're like, I'm tired of that. Aaron Judge has already won it a million times. Ohtani's won it a million. He all right. Or if you have beef with the guy, maybe you're in a division and you guys go battle back and forth. You're like, man, I ain't giving this dude no more love. Because I have to quote my guy, Rob Parker, on this. We talk about it all the time. It's like when LeBron got a handful of votes of best player in the NBA a decade ago. Maybe now I get it. Okay. 10 years ago, he got a handful of votes for who's the best player in the NBA. Come on. And it just shows there is something to when you have players who are voting. There is some hateration, or if they're joking. I don't know. Did we start off right off the bat with one?
Yes. Unbelievable.
Wow. Right off the bat. First pitch.
That was Schneider, right? They put in the lineup? Dude, they loaded
Ryan
for
like
Bear.
From Blake Snell.
Wow. It's 1-0 Toronto on the
bat,
first pitch.
Literally, P1.
Home run to left field. Wow.
Come on, Blake. All right.
Okay.
But that's my whole point. I guess because it didn't make any sense.
Jealousy. Like they're tired of here it is. Everybody's beating the drum that Ohtani's the greatest player ever. And then here's a players poll where they're like, no, he's not even the best player in the league. Like, seriously.
If they say Judge, you'd be like, okay.
But just think about that. And in both cases, that's what it comes down to. That's why we talk about it all the time. That actually the writers, we don't have
skin in the
game. It does matter. Players are. Is that another one? my God. Two pitches, 2 home runs? You got to be kidding me. Oh, 3 pitches.
Don't disrespect him. 3 pitches.
Timeout, because they're timeout in baseball.
Look, we need a 20.
We need a 20. A full timeout.
Oh, he hit the crowd with the shh. Vladdy Dottie ain't playing, yo.
I thought Kershaw wasn't pitching tonight.
Bring in Kershaw.
All right, here's the problem. Every time I turn my head to listen to you, like what's your point, I turn around and miss a home run.
Shea is shook. Look at that.
I blame
2
Shea.
bombs.
I blame Shea. Where is Shea at?
Look at people are like
Dodgers in 5. I at least gave him respect. I said 6.
All right, so where should this pitch be? There it is.
And at this point, he's swinging.
swinging.
At this point, they're swinging away.
You see that?
At this point, they're like, why not?
He was like, he going to throw another fastball. He threw
Y'all
a
like
curveball.
bowling? Let's go for a turkey.
A
hat trick in hockey. Let's go for what would we call it in MLB, Rob? 3 home runs in a row. Do we got a name for that?
A hat trick.
Call it a hat trick like it's hockey?
Yeah, right. Unbelievable.
We'll call it a Reggie Jackson.
But I want to
Yeah, I
say
like
this. It's a lot of it is jealousy. They feel like, oh, he gets too much love, too much from everybody's talking about how great he is. Other players are great too.
What
We should
about
get
him?
some
Let's
shine.
spread the
What
wealth,
about-
spread the love.
Exactly. And this will go back to even if you think players don't have skin in the game and don't have jealousy. We talk about all the time how LeBron, 120 some odd players didn't vote for him for the All-Star game.
That's what it was, yeah.
That was it. And how about this one? I'll give you a better one. When Isaiah and Bird and them froze out Michael in the All-Star game.
Little young whippersnapper
Yeah,
coming in here.
you coming in here, the league trying to turn the league over to you. Oh, no, we not having that. Really? Right?
Yeah. Which is why I used to say, when Caitlin Clark was getting a little, they don't want to do this or they're trying to. I'm like, this is not new. Players do this. You can't just come in here and be all the new hot shot and everybody talking about you. And then, hold on, we built this league, or we've been.
But they try to make it like the reporters and writers. We are we're jealous. We're jaded. We're have bias against people if we don't like them and all that. And here are the players doing worse to me because they know what it takes to be out there. You can't tell me. I'm serious.
Yep.
And I get the love for the big dumper and being a catcher and playing every day. But they know the league average is 242 and Judge batted 331.
No, listen.
And Judge had 53 home runs. It's not like he just hit for average. He had average and power.
And absolutely. And I think that's the trouble. And this is one of the things you have debates on and arguments on. I just think human nature happens where I'm tired of him. Here we go, Tiny again. They always talking that. And that's what I mean when you get these votings, and that's what we talk about MLB, NFL MVP and things. It's just I think people go, Lamar get another one. Or, well, LeBron or Kobe, maybe he'll get, as opposed to what they're actually seeing right then and there in their eyes. And they kind of trick themselves into going, well, it's just he deserves it now. So-and-so, it's just their season.
But for both, Ohtani
that
and
is
Judge,
straight.
both.
Both. As
you know
great
what I'm saying?
and Judge absolutely deserves to be the MVP right there.
But I could see the big dumper over
Judge.
More so than Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarber is at home shocked right now. Schwarber's agent called him and said, hey, did you see? Go check the email. I just said, he like, wait, what, me? Schwarber is.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. And it's real simple. Are regular players jealous of big stars like Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Because you probably, too, could hit a home run off of Snell today in the USA.
Hey, yo.
They're saying the season that this young man is putting together makes Saquon's 2024 season look like junior varsity. Jonathan Taylor, the Indianapolis Colts, I know Danny Dimes is all the headlines, but is having a phenomenal first half of the season.
You just said the only thing that matters. What you just said tells you all you
know
need
what?
to know.
Let me finish the setup,
Go
Rob,
ahead.
before you get to your point.
Just,
Jonathan Taylor.
You couldn't even help it.
Ran for another 153 yards on Sunday, had another 3 touchdowns in their blowout win over the Titans. Entering Monday night, Jonathan Taylor currently leads the NFL in rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, scrimmage yards, scrimmage touchdowns, rush yards over 10 yards, rushes over 20 yards, fourth quarter rushing yards, rush yards after contact, and missed tackles forced, which is a long way of saying that he is getting a ton of MVP love both inside the Colts locker room and outside amongst NFL fans. And something tells me, Rob, that you think that this whole thing is a waste of time.
I got news for everybody listening. Is this on? Voting for Jonathan Taylor for MVP is like back in the day voting for Ross Perot. Don't waste your votes. You know what? You might as well go up to the top of the Penobscot building in Detroit and throw it off. It's the same thing. And Rob G he couldn't even help it because he had to give you the news and tell it to you the right way. What'd he say? Guess who's getting all the headlines? It's all about Danny Dimes in the year. Oh, my God. Because it's always about the quarterback. It is. That's where we are. If Saquon Barkley couldn't get a sniff last year, good luck, Jonathan Taylor, because it ain't going to. Saquon almost broke the record, right? Didn't play the last game, had a chance, and he still, despite how well he played, there was no rally cry for him. The last time a running back, won an MVP, Moby Dick was a guppy. It's been forever. Right?
Mm-hmm.
A long time. That ship has sailed. Maybe they need to just change the name of the award and make it for the best quarterback on the best team or whatever you want to call it.
Yep. I agree with that.
Because it is not going to go. The quarterback position is so important to the football team that without a quarterback, you have no. I don't care what your running back is doing. Without a quarterback, guess what? You're going nowhere.
The only thing I push back on that is I do think some of the quarterbacks are having success throughout history because of the running back. So you look at, some of the guys you would say, well, this person had a really good year. Well, Danny Dimes, is he Danny Dimes if Jonathan Taylor isn't the threat that he is?
Give me the running back that the Packers had when Aaron Rodgers won 4 MVPs.
Aaron Rodgers is you've heard me say many times, one of the most talented, if not the most talented.
But I'm
not knocking it. Like,
I'm just saying.
You name the top of the guys. I'm talking about middling guys who've won MVP. Meaning if Danny Dimes was to win this year.
Well, he ain't winning, but go ahead.
If like that, you had running backs. Like Kurt Warner was insane, but he also had Marshall Faulk, which is why Marshall Faulk won one and he won one.
But Kurt
is great, but I'm saying the ability you came into that game as a defense like, shoot, Marshall Faulk, do we stop Kurt? It was like, what the heck do I do? And having an Edgerrin James helps a Peyton Manning. So I'm just saying the idea that just having the quarterback, as if Jonathan Taylor, as if LT didn't help Rivers.
But my point is, if you're a team and you don't have a quarterback, guess what you're not doing?
Oh, you actually put that tweet out there.
I did.
So ridiculous. Read
Alex,
your tweet.
you see it?
Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. It's your boys on a Worship Wednesday. Shout out to DJ Ali Alex. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection. With convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. We got Rick Bucher coming up here in a little bit. We'll talk some NBA. A bunch of NBA headlines. We couldn't really get to so many of them because the World Series and obviously the NBA scandal, so we haven't really talked just hoops yet. Right. Quickly read your tweet.
Yep, the score is 2-0. The Blue Jays hit 2 home runs. Who was that? Schneider and
Vladdy Daddy.
Vladdy Jr. 2-0. Dodgers are up. Ohtani 2-2 count. So this is a big Game 5 Dodgers Stadium. 2-0 Toronto right off the bat. My tweet was simply,
so ridiculous you are.
Is Ohtani pitching tonight too? I'm just question mark. I'm just asking for a friend. Sorry. All right.
Right now, I hope he hits a home run.
Here we go.
Well, my hopes.
Come back into the mound.
Dreams.
Okay, yeah, there you go. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Are the other players jealous of the big stars?
Gotta be.
Because they don't seem to be. They didn't vote Ohtani as player of the year in the National League. They didn't vote Judge as player of the year.
It's not just
in the
not voting
American
them.
League.
It's who they voted for. Like,
Right.
okay, fine. If you thought it, like I said, if some reason Ohtani and Judge were in the same league, okay, fine. You voted for one of the. I get okay. Come on, Schwarber shot
For both of them, right. All right, let's go to Curtis in California. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What up, Curtis?
Hey, can you hear me?
Gotcha.
Absolutely, buddy.
Hey, so I'm up here by Mount Shasta, and I'm a Giants fan,
Okay.
and I'm kind of old school. I'll name drop a few names I went to school and played ball with.
Okay.
Lynn Swan and Dennis Haysbert.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So, I believe Ohtani is like Secretary, okay? He's a specimen. He's, 31, 32 years old?
Yep.
That game that went 18 innings, it didn't get done till midnight. Ohtani didn't get to bed till like 3 a.m. in the morning. It's like Davey Roberts needs to be fired.
Wow.
There's no way Davey Roberts should have had him, nine times on the bases. Yeah, he walked, but still.
So you're saying he shouldn't have pitched last night? That Dave Roberts
he
shouldn't have pitched him.
Home. He should not have played 18 innings. He should have gone home after 9.
Yeah, that's a good point about going home after 9, but that game was important to the Dodgers.
It's a World Series game.
And the idea of taking them out, you don't want to just give up a game and be like, well, we got to be ready for tomorrow. You got to win game 2.
I'd much rather pull
game
him.
3.
Yeah, I'd much rather pull him after 2 or 3 innings the next outing when he was pitching than to pull him out of that because you're automatically, as we talked about, the guy on up at bat now, Mookie was getting shots to get a run in because they were walking Ohtani. So if I know that I'm automatically getting potentially a winning run on, why would I take that guy out? He automatically was getting on first base every time, Rob. I'm not taking that guy out.
No, I get it. I mean, I hear whenever you're doing a guy who pitches and plays every day, this is one of those things that happen, but it's impossible to send home Shohei when the game is hanging in the balance, all right? Because I can't worry about tomorrow if I don't win today.
100%.
That's real. That's real. And I'm not. Nobody's hitting, and I'm going to send the only guy who's getting on base and hitting home. No, I can't do that.
No. I don't agree with that. I think I'm trying to get the sentiment, but I don't get it. All right, on the way, Rick Bucher on the other side right now. Isaac Lowenkron going to get a set on what's trending.
Isaac, did you hit a home run too? I'm just anybody with a bat.
I actually did, but it was overturned via instant replay, unfortunately. I feel it's great bias against Canada. However, they could not keep, apparently, Davis Schneider and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. down because they led off Game 5 of the World Series with back-to-back home runs off of Blake Snell. It's Toronto 2, the Los Angeles Dodgers nothing after 1, as Schneider and Guerrero became the first players to lead off a World Series game with back-to-back home runs, guys, in the 705-game history of the World Series. Now, earlier, Rob claimed that he personally witnessed Patsy Dougherty and Hobie Ferris of the old Boston Americans go back-to-back to open Game 2 of the 1903 World Series, but unfortunately, according to BaseballReference.com, your memory was faulty on that one.
Yes.
Concession stand prices must have been great, though.
Right. Back then, I had, like, for that $25, I probably could have taken home 40 hot dogs.
40. Well, it ain't like that no more. Now you complaining.
No. Those days are long gone. So speaking of long gone, 2-0 Blue Jays over the Dodgers after one in Game 5. In the NBA, the Boston Celtics have a 75-62 lead over the Cleveland Cavaliers. A minute and 20 seconds into the third quarter. Jaylen Brown with 22 points in 19 minutes, 8 out of 12 from the field. In college football today, Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry said that LSU Athletic Director Scott Woodward will not be hiring LSU's next football coach, but instead that the hire will be made by LSU's Board of Supervisors. And there was a trade in the NFL today. The Philadelphia Eagles acquired cornerback Michael Carter from the New York Jets in exchange for receiver John Mechie. Guys, back to you.
Hello. Thank you, my guy. Appreciate you. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Getting a new job, well, it can be so much easier with Express Employment Professionals. With Express, you'll have a local connection to the job market. Get started at expresspros.com to find a location near you. That is expresspros.com.
They put anybody on NBA TV. I want you to know. We got to watch Kelvin on the YouTube channel, and he's on. Is this NBA TV?
Yeah,
yes.
NBA TV.
What show is this? This is a new
The
show.
Association. Right? Yeah, shout out to my girl MJ Acosta and the whole crew over there, Jasmine and Tara and everybody. Good people.
And it's good.
Chris Haynes was on there just moments ago.
Yeah, I just saw Chris. Yeah,
yeah,
so that's good.
So, listen, I'm repping us, man. You see it when they put my name, co-host of the You know how I could have said Spectrum News 1 morning anchor,
you better not say
but
that.
I said me and my guy Rob Parker.
And there it is, right there. You got the big fox on the side. Next time, just scoot to the side a little bit. Get that fox a little bit bigger, but very nice. All right, here we go.
All right, speaking of somebody who knows a little bit about the NBA, our guy, Rick Bucher, Fox Sports NBA analyst, No Filter Network. Rick, what's up, brother?
What's up, Rick?
It's such an honor to be on the show with NBA TV's Kelvin Washington.
There you go.
I can't tell you how,
I know.
What an honor and a privilege it is.
Come on, Rick. I got to deal with him 3 hours a day. No, come on, Rick. Give me a break. Hey, go ahead, Rob.
I was going to say, Rick, obviously we got to start with the gambling and the allegations, obviously the FBI involved, the questions about the NBA. You know, Terry Rozier gets cleared by the NBA, and I'm not buying Adam Silver's just, well, we can't subpoena people. So to me, basically what he said is we can't do anything if somebody's suspected of cheating. That's what he said to me. Like they have no power to do any kind of investigation. What did you make of that?
Well, if I'm going to take Adam at his word, it's that the FBI had resources that they did not, and that subsequent to the NBA's investigation, the FBI was able to uncover stuff that they either did not uncover or did not have enough proof, definitive proof, that Rozier had intentionally manipulated games and passed on information. So, beyond that,
that's scary, Rick. That's scary to me going forward with the integrity that you can't, right? The casinos alerted you that there was suspicious suspicious bets. You know, where Rozier was like that's the mechanism that you're supposed to use in order to be able to find out the intel that you need. And my only point is, if it's only the FBI, then people will be able to get away with it because the NBA is basically saying they don't have the resources and it's not that important to them to make sure that the integrity of the game is solid. I mean, that's scary.
Well, if they were really concerned about all of this and the integrity of the game, they never would have taken the gambling money to begin with, because this was always a question as to how rock solid their ability to prevent anything from happening was. They went into this believing that they could, but not knowing that by any definitive way. And the reality is anybody would say this is going to happen because it's happened in every sport.
Yep.
It's happened every time gambling has been involved. I just look at it as the gambling money was simply too good. The level of interest that it creates when you have gambling, particularly look, the simplest way to handle this is just eliminate all the prop bet stuff. Start there.
We have
right?
been saying that on this
show.
show.
That's the trickiest part of it.
Yes, it is.
But the hard part about that, Rick, we had New York Times did a thing, and it's basically 20%. 20% of the money. That's a large portion. You're talking about a fifth of your money is from prop bets.
But you can stop prop bets better than you can.
I agree with that, but I'm saying you know what thing people love more than money? More money. And I don't know if you get rid of 20% of your revenue that comes from prop bets.
No, I understand that, and that's where this all starts. But the days of the NBA crying poor or worrying about where their next dollar was going to come from, it is pure greed, and greed drives a lot of issues in our society that if we could just back up a little bit and say, hey, you know what? For the common good, let's take this a different direction. I don't need an extra billion or two. And when we let how much can I make determine the decision making, then you're going to run into problems like this, and you're going to run into situations where now you're trying to say, hey, the integrity is the utmost priority for us. When the reality is, no, it's not. The money is. The money. Let's just be honest about it, shall we?
At this point, I'm with you. Let's go ahead and just scream it out. Rick Bucher, our guest right now, Fox Sports NBA analyst, No Filter Network as well. Rick, let me go here. Rob and I, because of this scandal, because of obviously when the postseason, there's been a handful of other stories, and it's just the beginning of the NBA season, haven't really been able to touch on this. Wemby has been incredible. Yep. And I think the thing that makes this incredible so far is not just him, but what it's doing for the winning, right? It's not just he's putting up crazy numbers, but they're not winning. It's actually adding up to his success, but the team's success. What the heck has he looked like to you over the first week and a half or so?
Like something that we've never quite seen before, which is I'm not one for hyperbole, and I've been covering this league for 30-some years. So saying that I've never seen this before, like I've seen elements of this before, but not someone with his physique, with his capability.
Right.
And so that's where, honestly, the way I've looked at it is, this has been a focus of mine, is what has happened to America's hold on the NBA.
Good question.
In the game of basketball. We've had 7 consecutive MVPs that have been non-American.
Make it
and
8.
Now Victor comes along. Victor comes along, and I'm like, it's going to be at least another 7 years before we can even sniff this deal.
Which is
so it is for me. It's distressing, to be honest with you, because as someone who takes pride in basketball being our game and our dominance of the sport and the pride that goes into everybody wants to come to play in the NBA because that's where the best basketball is played. That much is still true. It's just the best basketball is being played by non-Americans, and I feel like there's a lot of whistling through the graveyard of people like, yeah, but you know what, Team USA still dominates and all that. Yeah, right. It's because we can take our absolute best and congregate them, and all the other countries are like our states. They've got the individual stars, but where our game collectively is right now, Victor Wembanyama is exposing how far we have fallen, I think, as a country. This is a dude from France.
Right.
Who's kicking everybody's ass in the NBA. You know how crazy it would have been? People would have laughed at that 20 years ago.
I know.
A guy from France
and now
is kicking.
Tony Parker's
kicking
rolling
American
his eyes at you right now, Rick. Tony Parker's upset with you, Rick.
And Rick, he's so good, I had to make a song for him. Everyone knows it's Wemby. Hey, Rick, who made that song originally? Come on, Rick.
Calvin.
I know,
Calvin.
Rick. Yeah, Rick, I know.
Calvin.
Every day.
The
Calvin, you
association.
get combat pay, right? Calvin, you get combat pay.
And here's the craziest part. Wemby's so young that I'm going to have to deal with this for like 15 years.
Well,
That's the
I won't
problem.
be around that long, but there it is. I want to say in the East, I want to ask you about the Knicks. I know last year, people thought after they beat Boston, they're going to get to the finals. Obviously, that didn't happen. Indiana came around. And now with the injuries to Indiana, of course, Halliburton, and, of course, Boston and Tatum, with those injuries.
Yep.
Do they have a shot, the Knicks, to get to the finals? Or no, Cleveland is still in the way, and maybe Milwaukee's in the way, or somebody else?
Yeah, I just don't see how could they get to the finals? Okay, but I don't see a team whose best player is not a dominant two-way player winning a championship. We can make a case. The Warriors did it.
I was going to say
number
Steph.
of years, but that was a very unique team, and I don't put the
100%.
Knicks in the same category as what the Warriors had around Steph. They don't have the combination of Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green that perfect combination. And then on top of it, the Andre Iguodalas and all of the Sean Livingstons and all of the other special pieces that they had that just made that perfect. Aside from the fact that they were playing a system that caught everybody off guard, that everybody needed a couple of years to adjust to with the small ball game that they played. So do the Knicks have a puncher's chance of getting to the finals? Yeah, just because I think the East is so wide open. But I'm looking at an Orlando. Can they be the next OKC? I'm looking at some of the younger teams in the Eastern Conference. That the injuries to Philly and Milwaukee kind of being and the injuries to Boston. I don't immediately look at the Knicks as stepping into the breach, other than by default because they're the team with the most experience and you don't have anybody else proven. But look, we've run into this every single year. Brunson, because of his size, is going to be worn down at the end of the year, and that's your go-to and most important guy. And so I just don't know how you win a championship when that is your best player.
Yeah, I feel you, and he's you don't want to say he's too small, but it just is interesting as you mentioned. Can he lead?
I'll say it. He's too small.
There you go.
It's just you see it. It plays itself out in the postseason. You see it for sure.
And Rick, one last time before we let you go. Everyone knows it's Wemby.
I think Rick hung up.
Rick, that's the association who made that tune that I had to steal from. There you go. Only fitting.
I'm so glad that the quality of that is bad enough that I can pretend I didn't actually hear it. That was just wah, wah, wah,
yeah.
wah.
I'm just not that good of an actor.
Okay.
All right,
Calvin, God bless you, son. You're doing God's work.
It's a worship Wednesday too. I thank God for it all.
Thank
you, Rick.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Rick.
you.
Appreciate you.
You got it, guys.
All right.
All right, on the way. One's got to go. We do it every Wednesday. Stick around for that. We'll get you updated
And the
on
Wemby
this.
song is not one that's got to go because, everybody loves Wemby.
It's like you knew the topic. It's The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Is with all the stuff that's going on, the gambling and whatever. I think this is the worst time ever to be a sports fan, especially NBA. I really do.
Break it down.
I think this is, if you're a sports fan and you love the NBA, there's nothing worse than the current NBA and the current scenario and circumstance that you're faced right now. And here are the reasons why, Kelvin. Style of play. All the threes, all that, just the style of play isn't basketball that I love to watch and watched all these games. I don't want to see teams taking 1,000,000 threes. We've seen it. The NBA All-Star Game, scores over 200, no defense. We used to watch the All-Star Game. It was never this bad, okay? Load management. Guys decide they just don't want to play. Teams are arresting people paying $500 for tickets, and the players decide they don't want to play. They don't want to play back-to-back. Michael Jordan, this last season in the NBA, played all 82 games. It's just, that's another part of it. But there are two other parts. The fantasy sports, which is just ruined.
Do you have terrible conversations with your friends? Because you think it's going to talk about the game?
No. It's just
man, he didn't do this. He didn't do. Should we talk about the game?
No, they don't care about the game. It's only what the player that they have and whether or not what they're doing. And then the last part, which is why, to me, this is relevant today, is the gambling aspect and the idea of parlays, and not about winning or my team winning. Being mad, watching the game, being mad that the coach pulled the player out of the game, but he needs 2 more rebounds. Wait a minute. What are you doing? He needs another assist. Get back out there. He needs another free throw. What are you doing? Angry. Your team wins, but they didn't get your parlay. How in the world are you enjoying this when I give you all these scenarios? 4. The style of play, too many threes. Load management, a black eye on the sport, paying your good hard-earned money, nobody's showing, and then they don't want to play. Fantasy sports, everything's about fantasy rather than the game, or me caring about my team and them winning. And last, the whole parlay thing. My God, is that really where it's about the parlay? Not that my team won or they won by 16, man. That was a great game. No.
Why are you bummed your team won?
LeBron didn't get his other. He missed. He needed 1 more rebound.
Dude, we're the odd couple.
Am I over?
No, we're the odd couple, but on this subject, we are the even couple. I have a good friend of mine who was by far my great friend to talk sports with. You know what I mean? Just check in, watch the. He could be all across the country. You watching this game right now, World Series. You can just talk about the world. So watch this game. Wemby look great, and you just talk who you think's better. What do you like? You crazy? I'm taking hits. That was my guy. Drive home. I got an hour drive home. Let's talk sports. We all have that guy, or you got several. And he started getting heavy into parlays. He's the one guy he's that guy you even go back and be like, remember in 05 finals when you was rooting for, man, that was my friend. Then that started to call him, and man, what
happened?
I needed him to hit a mother loving 3. I'm like, wait, but ain't you going for the rooting for, or that's not even your guy like that. I don't even know who this kid is. Right. I know, but I had the team at over 25 threes, and it started to change everything. I'm texting about, man, the running back's got to run harder. I thought, why would you go for 3rd and 6? And he's like, man, random game about some guy I needs to get 2 more assists. And I'm like, man, and it ruined that friend who I relied on,
that conversation
who have that sports. I couldn't agree with you more. If you're not into it, and your buddies, that crew that used to be all about going to the bar and watching a game and meeting at somebody's house, it's changed everything. Now, to get back to everything else you were saying, style of play, because while it may be scientifically the better thing to do, to shoot the 3 and it's also stylistically boring, right? I like mid-ranges. I like guys getting to the rack. I like post-up moves. Just simply shooting 3s and operating like that is bad. And as you mentioned, there was a moment when I was questioning the competition. Like, everything was a business decision. I got to wait right now, load management. I don't want to play because I'm not fully where I need to be. I don't want to play an all-star game or the dunk contest because if I lose, what do I have to gain if I don't do it? If I don't, everything became business decisions versus just the pure love of the game. And you start to see that. On a Worship Wednesday, top of the third, Vlad Guerrero Jr. up. The Blue Jays are up 2-0 on the Dodgers. Continue to keep you updated on this one as we go through it. If you missed any of today's show, you can watch the podcast. Just search Odd Couple wherever you get your podcasts. And right after the show, today's pod is going to be posted. Be sure to follow the podcast, rate it 5 stars, and you can even provide a review. Again, just search the Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You're going to find today's full show and the best of version posted right at the end of the show. It is now time for One's Gotta Go.
Hard decisions. So 5's a crowd. Is that what I'm gleaning here? 5's an uneven number. Figure it out.
Hear me out. All right, so we got 4 today instead of 5, so we're going to go even on this. But Rob Parker, you inspired this one. This one is for those who go out to games, go out to the ballparks, stadiums, the arenas, and whatnot. So the question is, one's got to go, meaning which one of these have they gotten just too outrageous with? When you go to a ball game, there's a few things you got to pay for. One, you have to pay for tickets, unless you're Rob Parker. You got to pay for parking. Maybe you want to get that Dodger jersey that Shay has on right now, so merch. And, of course, you got to eat.
Shay, did you get that at the ballpark or did you get that at Marshall's? I'm
Shay,
just asking.
He's too young to know what Marshall's is.
Okay.
Or food. You got to eat, you got to drink. I'm putting food and drinks as the same. That could have been
So
two.
say it again. Parking.
So
what is
parking,
it?
tickets, merch, food, and drinks. The question is, you know things are going to go. We know you're going to pay. But which one do you feel like is out of line now? Which one of those has to go there? Like, I know I got to pay for tickets. I got to pay for merch. I got to pay for food. I got to pay for parking.
This is
Which
easy.
one has gotten crazy? Go ahead. It's easy. Go ahead.
I mean, food has gotten crazy, but I got to eat. The merch, buying something at the ballpark where a baseball cap is $50 or a jersey's $200 or in San Francisco, they make a ton of money. You know why? Because a lot of fans who go there for the first time don't realize how cold it gets at night.
Oh, they
so they
probably
sell
hoodies,
they sell
jackets.
$100 hoodies because people are freezing cold. The stadium is on the water there in San
That's a
Francisco.
good point there.
Seriously, the
Because you're
merch-
thinking it's L.A. warm and you get caught in a different
no,
temperature.
you better, and you need a $100 hoodie to stay warm at night when the sun goes down here in the desert. So that's why I'm like, it's the merch.
Merch. I like that. All right, good point. Rob G, Alex, anybody? Ilo?
Oh, this one's easy.
What is it?
Parking. Like, what? You already got me with the tickets.
Right.
I already know I got to spend $45 for this food and drink beverage combo. I'm expecting, especially if you got kids, they're going to want some kind of
You got to get them something.
Whether
Yeah.
it's the foam finger on the low end or
Or
a
a
jersey
bat.
on the high end, whatever it is. But parking, I saw for this game, not this game, but for game 3, $80 to park at Dodger Stadium.
That's crazy. On at the stadium.
At the
Like,
stadium.
I understand, like, external parking.
Somebody's house.
Yeah, somebody's house.
parking
Yeah,
lot, yeah.
like, I get that.
Frank McCourt owns the parking lots.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Now, let me tell you something. The smartest thing he ever did
He
was,
still-
I'll sell you the
yeah,
team.
not the parking
but
lot.
not the parking lot.
That's
He's gonna
crazy.
make money
You know, I
forever.
could go to Disneyland and pay $25.
Is that what it
Disney,
is?
so Disneyland is one of the few places that somehow did it right in that regard. So I'm going to jump in here. Mine is parking as well. I've always struggled with parking because I'm at Chavez Ravine. There's nowhere else to go. Like, I have to park here. It's like a mall. The reason why malls typically don't charge you, if they do, it's, something, $2 or something, is because you're here. You had no choice. But like, this is the only place to park. So come on in, free parking, come spend some money in these shops. I had to buy the tickets. I got to buy the food. At least cut me a break on the parking. And I'm totally with you. Parking is absurd. It's obscene. And I'll never understand why me coming to your venue, I've already bought things. I had to pay to even come here, the tickets and all that. Now I got to pay you $50, $100. NFL games are crazy. Preseason, $100.
And
Come
we
on,
don't
man.
allow tailgating. Sorry, guys. You just got to pay the $50 for parking.
All right,
Yeah,
Alex,
parking for me
Alex,
is the
where
answer.
are you? Food?
I mean, the easiest answer is parking, because, like, again, why don't you just include in the ticket prices at this point? Like, what are we doing? But I will say this. I've always had an issue with grown men wearing other men's names. So, like, you want to be dumb and pay $100 for a jersey to wear another man's name? Cool.
Just look at him. He's over there, Shay.
I remember in high school, girls wearing other guys' names. Cool for you, but you're a grown man wearing a jersey now?
What is Shay's name? What's the name on his? I don't know.
Ohtani.
He got
Is it
Ohtani.
Ohtani?
Yeah. Ilo, you in on this?
Traffic. Maybe this is just a little too specific to Dodger Stadium, but
Parking,
y'all
food.
know what I mean.
Oh, no, traffic is that's
Right, but it's parking,
But
food.
between parking, tickets, merch, food, drink, which one has gotten too outrageous with the pricing? Parking, tickets, merch, food, and / drinks.
At Dodger Stadium, I would say the parking, but in general, I would say the food across the board in sports.
Food is crazy too. I told you the governor of Minnesota a while ago made it where airports, the food prices have to be the same as outside the airport. I like that.
We are Fox Sports.
Wake up, it's 2 pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes. I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all, so I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable. He made the right call. You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win. Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger,
Bolder.
better.
We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Game 5 of the World Series, the Toronto Blue Jays lead the Los Angeles Dodgers 2-1 in the bottom of the third inning. Davis Schneider and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of Toronto led off the game with back-to-back home runs off of Blake Snell, the first time in the 705-game history of the World Series that a team has hit back-to-back home runs to lead off a game. Meanwhile, Toronto rookie pitcher Trey Yesavage had a dominant start to the game. He retired the first 7 batters he faced and had struck out 5 in a row going into his confrontation moments ago against Kike Hernandez, and Hernandez hit a 2-1 pitch over the left field wall to make it the Blue Jays 2, the Dodgers 1 in the bottom of the third inning. Elsewhere, multiple outlets report the Minnesota Twins are hiring Derek Shelton as their new manager. I'm Isaac Lowenkron.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hey, the Dodgers have a hit. It's 2-1 in game number 5 at Dodger Stadium.
It counts.
The Blue Jays are leading.
Yep.
Bottom of the third, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. It is the Odd Couple on a Worship Wednesday. And with the new iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. Catch us and all our very fine Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeartRadio app so that it'll always pop up at the top of your screen. Don't forget Shawne Merriman, the former NFL All-Pro linebacker and founder of Lights Out Xtreme Fighting. He'll join us in about 28 minutes, plus last call, that and much more coming up here on the program.
They just had a sports royalty in L.A. moment right there.
Did they? Who'd they show?
So after they're replaying the home run from Kike, then they go to the crowd. And it's Magic Johnson, and you live here. I don't know if there's anyone more beloved than him. I tell people all the time, I'm dead. It's insane the love people have for Magic here. And Sandy Koufax. And they're both like this. They both do like you can tell maybe it's their thing with the games together. They do like a point to each other thing after the home run. That is insane. Sandy Koufax and Magic Johnson.
And Sandy Koufax is going to turn 90, and he's still at the ballpark. He's still there.
Cohesive, coherent. Right? Like he's there. He's like not just like they're wheeling him out, just as an honorary thing. He is there in the seats, living it up, chopping it up with Magic Johnson. It's amazing. Yeah, because his name is so iconic. You almost feel like he's gone, you know what I mean? Like Babe Ruth and
or like he wouldn't want to be bothered. Like you pitched and all that. Like you're 90 years. Do I really want to go to the ballpark?
He is in it.
He's at the ballpark all the time. Now, who's the other one from Entertainment Tonight? Mary.
She's there.
She has season tickets. She's there. Mary Hart.
Mary Hart.
She
don't miss a game.
She's there.
You know who else was there a lot all the time? Larry King.
Yeah, Larry King. You remember he's from Brooklyn, so he was a Brooklyn Dodger fan. He was always a Dodger fan.
No, you know who deserves a ton of credit right now? Because everybody that we're seeing is lower level, mezzanine level, like all below, Magic's in the second row maybe, if that. Jerry O'Connell is sitting like in the third level, and he's a celebrity, right? So he paid for his own tickets.
You beat me to the question.
He's on the gram like, hey, I'm with the crowd when something good happens. Shout out to him for being a real fan and not having his agent get him,
I know what you mean, right?
Or box seats like Kelvin
Sometimes
Washington.
you want to get. Sometimes you want to get in the bill. It's the World Series.
Nah,
I ain't doing that.
Get somebody else to do it. Right, if that's a real fan, then listen. I ain't no real fan.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't mind doing it, but the idea that that's my real fandom, you best believe I need.
Of all the celebrity fans, don't you think that means something that he's like, hey, I didn't go through an agent.
Kendrick Lamar did. Kendrick did that a couple years ago.
I'm with
That's
you, Rob
cool.
G.
I like that.
There is because I've gotten strange looks when I've been on the New York City bus or subway.
Well, everybody takes the bus and subway in New York.
I was on the bus, and the guy almost passed out. He couldn't believe I was on the bus going to my sister's house from the, like the subway.
Rob,
damn, Rob Parker's
if I saw you at the World Series today.
Thank you. Where's your car picking you up? You're on national TV and
with
radio.
With your broke ass.
Yeah, you're
Now,
broke on the bus.
Okay, I'll give you that. Now, I'm not going to lie. There are, how do I say it? I definitely am one of those. I forget how I'm, you're on TV, you do this, you're on radio, TV. Because I be looking busted and disgusted at times and don't care, especially, Rob G, when you got kids and we got to hurry up and get somewhere. They need to go to CVS to get the blah, 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 blah. I don't give a dang. And that is the day somebody's like, yo, just want to say I watch you every morning, man. I'm like, ooh.
I just can't believe your hair is so messed
Yeah, Rob G be disrespecting me too. Man.
Did you just pull a coupon out of your pocket?
Nah, that's funny. Rob G be disrespecting. Oh, man, you need bigger. Man, that's the Jordans. They look a little dusty. Oh, man, your chain ain't big enough. See, Rob G, you can't have it both ways. You can't be trying to say
You still driving a Challenger?
You still driving you can't put me over here. Oh, you up there with the uppities and all that. Then you put me up. Which one is it, man? I'm multifaceted.
Hey, which private school your kids go to again?
Who said my kids go to private school? Wait, Shay, don't be leaning back trying to get Shay, you better hey. My kids, don't worry about what my kids. How you know they go to private school?
There you go. All right. We got 2 TMI, all right?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We ordinary African students.
There you go. All right. Hey, so, Rob G, Michael Jordan has made his debut on NBC.
He's made 2 of them.
2,
right?
this
is
week 2 of the Michael Jordan experience on NBC.
Yes.
Like when they held us hostage with The Last Dance for 10 weeks.
That's right.
Hey, we needed.
Thank God they saved us.
We ate off Rob G.
We needed it.
We used to get an episode and dissect it the whole week, Rob G, during that. You remember that?
It saved our whole lives. That and Tiger King.
I had to hate on 90s basketball every day for 6 weeks because we needed the content.
We needed the content.
I had to disrespect Magic Johnson repeatedly. I was like, left hand. Like, he can't do nothing these days.
But
any event,
disrespect Magic.
I had to. We need Rob knows we were struggling out there in these streets.
That was a wild time.
Michael Jordan, week 2 of the NBC experience.
Jordan.
And this week's topic was about load management. Here's what his airness had to say on the subject. Take a listen.
What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
It shouldn't be needed, first and foremost. I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket or to get money to buy the ticket. You have a duty that if they're wanting to see you, and as an entertainer, I want to show, right?
Now, that's all straight on.
Yeah.
It is. And he was like that.
Without a doubt.
Always talked about that, like, somebody came to see me play today, and they paid their money, and a lot of guys, the money's so big now, they don't think that they owe anybody anything.
Dude,
they really don't.
Look what I wrote. Money got crazy. I literally wrote the same. The money got so crazy
that they don't think that they owe anybody anything.
It's just, and you know what it is too, Rob? I think there's a contingency of folks in the NBA who just didn't know any better. Like if you were about 10, 12 years ago, 13, when the money got crazy, I think you just started to be just like, the money's huge. Why do I got to participate in an all-star game? Why do I got to participate? What's the big deal?
Exactly.
Why do I got to be in a dunk contest?
Right.
What's the big? I hoop. I play in the game. No, listen. All of this goes hand in hand with how you view the game. And the game is left better when you, Kobe Bryant, God bless the dead, are giving it your all. Practicing your work.
When Michael Jordan played in the dunk contest, Michael Jordan was in the dunk.
Twice!
Yes.
And so many guys did it, and there's so many guys. Larry Bird was Larry Bird, still pulling up at the three-point contest. Y'all know y'all losing today, right? Not even taking his warm-up jacket off. You had the best of the best participating. You had the best of the best wanting to play. Because you know what they wanted to do? You're not coming in my town tonight, Larry Bird, if it's Magic, Dominique, if it's Jordan, Isaiah Thomas or something. You're not coming in and showing them out tonight. And he said, and we didn't play the whole thing. He went on to say, physically, if you cannot play, who am I? If you really can't. But the idea that you could play, or the idea that you just don't want to, or even a team, I got to put some of this onus on the team, not just the players, because Steph Curry talked about that. Well, we're going to just sit you out tonight because da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
and I think ring culture, Rob, plays a role in this.
See,
because
the only thing I'm going to say is if Steph Curry tells them I'm playing tonight, there's no way they're telling him
I don't
disagree
with
Steph
that.
Curry.
I don't disagree with
unless
that.
you're really injured or something, but I'm not doing that because because Ant-Man's played all of his games.
And you
Am I
led
right?
me to where I wanted to go with this. What brings me hope, good brother Parker. Was that live? Was that a run there?
Yeah.
Just looked up.
Sacrifice fly.
Sacrifice fly 3-1. Blue Jays up top of the fourth, now 1 out.
But Hernandez misplayed that ball into a triple. You got to let that ball. Did you see it?
Teoscar, yeah.
You got to let that ball drop in front of you and not dive because he couldn't catch it.
He wasn't catching that. What do I call him, Rob G? The best version of Puig, Teoscar. But to get this real point off, then I want you to jump in. What brings me hope is this next crop of players. You brought up Ant-Man. Ant-Man has made it known.
I'm playing.
Ain't none of this. I'm playing 82. I'm playing 40-plus minutes. I'm young. I'm in shape. Let's ball. Wemby, let's ball. A bunch of these young guys coming in the league, let's ball. We are here to play, and I think it's because money's no longer a thing for them because it's been so huge. They know no other way. Like the money is big, and the money is big, and the money is big. So for them, they're right. The other thing is balling. I want to be that guy. Ain't none of this, well, I'm going to wait or I don't feel good. Let me get an extra week. And, well, let's just wait to the play. Man, I'm balling. I don't care if it's game 1, game 41, game 82. Let's go. And that gives me hope that there's a competitive edge. And last point, we saw that in the postseason, Rob. Got a lot of guys wanting to play, pushing, shoving, getting into it, caring again. I feel like caring and pride is coming back, and it makes me excited and happy and optimistic.
But I will say this, that NBC, I love the idea of trying to get a big star.
Yep.
And we capture what happened in the 90s, right, with Michael Jordan, the whole NBC. I get all that and what they've trying to do. They got Bob Costas doing the intros. Yep. Like, they've gone all the way out to try to get this right. But I'm disappointed in the MJ segments in that everything's like a throwback. He's not talking about the current players. Come on, man. Give me – I want to hear Michael Jordan's perspective about what he's seeing with the current players. Now, it looks like, and maybe I'm wrong, I'll be wrong, and they'll give some fresh interviews. But it looks like he sat down, did a big interview, and they're just cutting pieces, and they're going to play that every Michael Jordan appearance rather than something fresh and new or something. I want to hear, okay? Now, Michael Jordan was involved in, was there some gambling or whatever?
Let me tell you what you wasn't going to hear.
No, I know you weren't going to hear it.
Let me tell you what you
but
wasn't
it would have
gonna
been
hear.
interesting to hear.
It would have been, actually.
Like Mike, when you played, the idea of gambling being legal, just the thought of that. Do you think that? Do you know?
Listen, that's a great point, Rob.
Like
honestly.
there's some questions there that I would like to hear what he thinks and how that would have changed anything.
That's a great point. And what I hope doesn't happen is what you just said, that they don't sit down with him once a month.
Or maybe they did it already. I don't know.
Touché
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
But you sit down with him once a month, and you and I do TV every day. You do TV all the time. I hope they're not having these pre-production meetings with him. We knock out an interview, and then we just take every week, we take one snippet from it.
Right.
This week we're going to focus on it. This week and then they just re-air. Because what I was hoping to get.
Because even the load management is out of left field. It wasn't based off of something. Now, if you had a player
who came out and said something.
Who just didn't play for a couple games, like recently, in the first week or something, then that's the perfect to say, hey, I don't know who we could have said. Joel Embiid hasn't played 3 games or whatever. They're kind of resting him. They want to whatever
because Embiid's so hurt.
Or whatever. But
yeah,
you get
I get your point.
And then have Michael Jordan speak on that. On Joel Embiid
it just
and
came
load
out
management.
the blue. Like,
it's out the blue.
Here's a topic that's always the topic, Mike. Let's just throw this out there.
Right? It's out of the blue.
I think what will be cool is to see him talking about current players. What will be cool to see him sit down with a player and talk to a guy, say, hey, man, everybody always thinks about me as Air Jordan, but really I was killing people with fundamentals in the mid-range. And now I'm sitting here with a young player who's, all about his mid-range game. I'm sitting here with that player. I'm sitting here with Kawhi. Kawhi, both of us have big hands in the mid-range. Do something like that. Well, that would be boring. Jordan and Kawhi would be terribly boring. But you get what I mean? Like that kind of a thing. What's it like? Like how Hakeem, everybody goes to Hakeem post-up school during the summer. A lot of people go to that. Sit down with Jordan. What's it like to be on the block?
SG Shea, ask him.
Great example.
Say, hey.
Great example.
Is he a player from the 90s, a throwback? Was he a guy that you faced? Like, why has he had so much success against these guys when he plays more like during the style that you play? Tell me about his game.
Point.
Those are the things that we should be seeing.
Sit him down with Ant-Man. Seriously, that would be hilarious. Those two very confident talk smack, and obviously the whole father-son thing.
Don't waste Michael Jordan.
Yeah, don't
Please don't waste
him.
him.
Hey, Mike, tell us. Well, I just think back in my day, you just got to Buddha. Like, I don't want to. No, I want to hear him and Ant-Man on the gym walk and talk. All right, what you got? I'm trying to get like you, man. You know, all right, Ant, but you know you got. That's what I want to hear. Him breaking down stuff, like not just him doing. Him get not us, you know what it is? Don't give us the edits get on the floor, the cut scenes. Don't give us the cut scenes from Last Dance.
No,
don't give us the one, the edited scene, like, oh, just bring that and give that to him.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. And we do want to hear from you. NBA, do you believe that the next crop of NBA stars are anti-load management? And have you been disappointed in the Michael Jordan NBC interview so far? We'll continue that conversation next with you on this Worship Wednesday. It is The Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
If you're ready for NBA to be great again in the US of A.
I know they have that rule in the regular season where the guy goes to second base. Maybe that's a little too much. But do they need to put something in place to prevent this kind of thing from happening again?
No way, no how. You know why, Rob G? And I'm going to say this to you, Kelvin. Can you imagine the Dodgers losing that game because they put a man on second base, somebody bunted him over to third, and then they hit a sacrifice fly? So without a hit, you just lost a playoff game. Nobody is signing up for that. Am I right?
No,
nobody would be like, oh, did you see that game? That was awesome. They put a man on second base. The next guy bunted him over, and then he had sacrifice fly, and we won.
Never having a hit.
Never having a hit. That's not the way you want the game to end. So there's no way you can do it. And that's why even baseball, because I'm not crazy about it during the regular season, I'm like, can we play the 10th inning regular? And then if we go past the 11th, maybe you say, okay, now we want to end it, but can we play? It would be like baseball saying, okay, now we're going to do the home run derby. Everybody, you get your three best home run hitters, you get 9 pitches, whoever has the most home runs. That you don't want to end the game that way. I get last night, and Rob G's point is accurate. For about 10 innings, there was no scoring. That's a long time. You know, like that's not that compelling. There were plays and whatnot, but still 10 innings without scoring. And what happens is they start to go through the lineup, pulling guys out. So, Kelvin, the problem is pinch runners are now in the lineup because you've subbed guys out.
Right.
So there are no hitters there. And then those guys can't really, they're not hitters. You know what I mean? So it's easy outs. Man, they got a man on. They can't get them in. No, they can't. No, those guys, they can't get them in because these pitchers will be able to get these guys out. So I don't think you can really change it. I understand it's not ideal to have an 18-inning game, but in no way do I want the regular season rules in the postseason. I would not feel comfortable or feel good about a game like that.
No, the answer is no, Rob G. Keep it as is. It's too much at stake. It's too much at stake because this is guys' legacies. This is their team's legacy. The Dodgers couldn't win a World Series for years up until they finally won. Well, what's going on? Dave Roberts ain't this. And, you know, is Clayton Kershaw's not clutch. And if you're the Blue Jays, 32 years since there's too much at stake. Guys get in the Hall of Fame because what's the first thing you do? He's a 2-time Hall of Famer, 6-time All-Star. All of these things matter. Your accolades, these things. When we go to your baseball preference page, reference page, and we click on it, it shows all your info. That matters. And if I'm not getting things because, like you said, an easy little bloop over there and then the game's over.
Yeah, you would be like, what?
You want it to be earned. And part of being earned is strategy. How long do I go with Will Klein? Will Klein, the most he'd ever pitched for the Dodgers, or in his career, but I'm saying for the Dodgers, their pitcher, Will Klein, was 36 pitches. He pitched 72. When do you keep him in? Do you not? Do I love the strategy that goes like you mentioned. All right, do I go for the pinch run now? We trying to get a run here,
right?
Or do I not?
I gotta keep the bat in the lineup.
Do I keep the bat? Do I put him at DH? Do I not? That's one of the great things about baseball. There are so many little, small, intricate things and details that go into it. So you can't change it. And again, you don't want to change something for an anomaly. 18 innings doesn't happen at all. I know it happened back in 2018, but it doesn't happen every year. So I don't want to change something for something that could maybe not happen again for another 25, 35 years, and I'm changing rules for that. I believe most who watched that enjoyed it. I believe most people thought it was just crazy, wild, and fun, and they can always say, remember that wild Game 3 back in 2025. And I think you want to be able to have that and enjoy that, and that's part of it. Because the basketball equivalent would be, if it was 5 overtimes, you'd be like, yo, that was crazy until Steph finally hit that 3.
You mean you missed that 3?
Yeah, you're right. Let me give me somebody else. Chauncey.
Because that was to win the game, so it wasn't Steph.
He tied it the other day.
Okay. No, but it wasn't a postseason game.
I know. He tied it with like 20 seconds left, and I was like, we should talk about this.
No, we should
And then
not.
the NBA was like, nah, we're going to talk about gambling. That's literally what happened. I was like, ooh, Rob G, we could talk about if Steph finally clutching or not. And then they was like, we're going to drop this hammer. But no, I'm not with you. I know it's a lot, but believe it or not, the fact that it is a lot is what made it great. Because it's almost unbelievable. You're like, okay, how many times did they start hitting home runs to the track? You're like, oh.
And it was not right.
It was just, yeah. So I think that's what makes baseball unique. You don't want to take that away. to 1. Blue Jays ahead of the Dodgers right now, but the Dodgers have 2 on and 2 outs. And with Edman up there at bat, so we'll see how this works out here. But Savage has been great. He's young to be a rookie. And
he's got the most strikeouts in the postseason for a rookie pitcher.
Yeah,
34 strikeouts so far.
Yeah,
Kelvin, we don't need Rob. We need America right here. Stand up.
What we need?
Dodgers. This is for America.
Oh, this doing it for America?
Come on.
Oh, look at this.
Come on.
Rob
Kelvin.
hates America.
Now that I think about it, you aren't patriotic.
Anti-America, Rob.
What? I just love Canada. Is anything wrong with that?
Yes, there is.
Yes, there is something wrong with
okay.
that. We don't do that anymore nowadays.
They're nice people.
God forbid you do it. No, we are gang now. You got to pick a side in everything we do nowadays in life. Left, right, red, blue, up, down.
99 on Fox. 877-99 on Fox.
Young players. My MJ said he's basically talked about the idea of load management. I believe there's a new crop of young guys in the NBA who are said, screw load management. Play me. I'm ready to ball and compete. We'll say you 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
Let's see. I'm sorry. Josh in Reno, Nevada. No, Jose on Reno, Nevada.
Look at you all front.
I'm all messed
That's
up.
why I know he said
that.
something that we didn't hear. What did he say? Tell me my ear. Tell me my ear, Alex.
Jose in Nevada. What's up? What's up, buddy?
The first one. Hold on.
Hey, Rob. Hey, Rob and Kelvin.
How are you?
First time, long time.
Thank you, my man. Hey, we appreciate you, Jose. Thank you.
Hey, no, I was just listening to that Michael Jordan thing, and it just sounds to me like he's out of touch. Like he's not watching a lot of ball, but he seems to have an opinion on everything now. So I don't know if he's hard up for money.
He's not hard up for money.
Let me tell you what.
There's one
Come
guy.
on, Jose. If it's one human who literally has to do nothing.
No.
Because in perpetuity, he's going to get the. We both got J's on right
J's
now.
on and everybody.
You got the jacket on.
You know what I mean? No. Money.
I might have Jordan socks.
Money's
Seriously.
not the issue, but NBC came over with a wheelbarrow full of money, and he said, yes, I will take that.
Jose, he ain't got to do nothing
Thank
to
you,
get money.
buddy.
Literally, he has to do nothing. His shoes, because of the percentage deal, he's just.
Hey, Rob Parker.
Forever.
Before you go to the call, can we have Marcellus Parker break down the game real quick?
Yeah, can we do that?
Thank you.
Thank you, Marcellus. Thank you. I love Marcellus.
Oh, boy.
Mike in North Carolina. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Mike?
Yeah, I think the fact that they're not asking Jordan about gambling is proof that these things have to be pre-recorded. Any good journalist, you have a story that connects the NBA allegedly with the mafia now, and Jordan had the gambling thing back in '93.
Right.
I'm not an expert on this, but I wanted to ask you guys, you have more knowledge. I always felt like there's something we don't know about Jordan. It's a dark secret that we'll never know because he's the golden boy, and kind of like Scottie Pippen did just as much as him, but Jordan was made to be the, I don't want to say corporate, kind of like he did the shoes, everything is just like larger than life. And all due respect, he was amazing, but I wonder about his father's death at that time.
Well, there's all kinds of stuff.
Well, they talked about that in the Last Dance. There's been all types of stories. People have written books.
But you can't, without the information, there's a lot of speculation, and we know that. But you cannot go, not journalists, not people throwing stuff up. People throwing stuff up against the wall can get away with that, but not.
Journalist, you can't put your name attached to that without proof.
And that's the issue there. But we do know, Rob G, for a fact, that these are pre-recorded.
Oh, yeah.
He's had the same outfit on in the first 2 weeks. So this is like an interview. He sits down and they pull out.
I'm telling you, it's going to be once a month. They're going to ask him the 8 questions that, you know what I mean? And then that way they can cut it up.
Even there, to me, if I'm NBC and I'm doing it and I'm a producer, Mike, can you bring 4 different outfits? I'm dead serious.
No. If you do TV, yes, you do. That is a thing that is done in TV. Absolutely. Bring 2 outfits. We're going to swap it up and act like it was live the next week. And not that we behind the curtains. But that happens a lot in TV.
It should happen. All right, Andre in Massachusetts, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Yeah, Mike has those privileges, so, just to get him, he's not going to, even though he should, to your point, just to kind of make it look, switch up the outfits. But he's Michael Jordan, so it's gonna be done.
No, he's not doing it. I'm not changing. Right. He's going to say, I'm not changing.
This is music to my ears. Rob, I take your point in terms of, it'd be good for Mike to talk about. I like how he intertwined the old school and the new school, but we needed Mike's voice on this load management so we can finally put it to bed that it's junk science, it's not good for the game, and as far as Michael Jordan is concerned, it's a complex. It's become a mental complex in people's minds where they think that they have the best job in civilization in the universe, but they only have to show up 2/3 of the time.
No, I agree.
It's ridiculous. And so I'm thrilled that Michael Jordan, the greatest of all time, decided to chime in, somebody who is a man of few words, but we need our old time, not old time, you know what I'm saying? We need our greats to chime in so we can get this
But
right.
also, Dre, and I'm not disagreeing, but I also want some current events.
Yeah, it has to
I want
be.
him to talk
It has to
about
be.
the gambling. Mike, could you imagine gambling when you played that players are embroiled in this? Not really. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
or whatever it is, something that's happening today or some player. I do want to hear
He has
about
more
that.
to offer than just a sit-down interview to me. He has and to be recorded weeks or months out in advance. I agree with you on that. And I also agree, by the way.
In this world where everything is instant and spontaneous, that a canned interview from a month ago is what you're putting out? Seriously.
Selling us on that we're getting him.
Yes.
Because, I mean, his equivalent in football, it ain't equivalent, but I'm saying Tom Brady is giving you stuff live. Tom Brady's calling games. He's doing that,
And
you know.
Snyder swung at that. I can't believe he got away with it.
All right, on the way, Shawne Merriman, former NFL All-Pro and also founder of Lights Out Xtreme Fight. We'll get to him in just a little bit. Isaac Lowenkron's going to
Got
get you set
some
on what's trending.
details. Dodger fans, we're in the 5th inning.
Yeah, top of the 5th inning, and the Dodgers now trail the Toronto Blue Jays 3-1 in Game 5 of the World Series. Davis Schneider and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. leading off the game with back-to-back home runs, becoming the first time in the 705-game history of the World Series that a team has hit back-to-back home runs to lead off a game. Meanwhile, Toronto rookie starting pitcher Trey Yesavage was savage to start the game. He retired the first 7 Dodgers he faced with 5 strikeouts. He struck out the side in the top of the 7th inning, but then Kike Hernandez homered to left field with 1 out in the 3rd inning to get the Dodgers on the board. However, in the top of the 4th inning, Toronto's Dalton Varsho drove one down the right field line. It got by Teoscar Hernandez and into the right field corner for a triple, and Varsho then scored on a sacrifice fly by Ernie Clement, making the score the Blue Jays 3, the Dodgers 1 in the top half of the 5th inning. Right now, Toronto has a runner on against Blake Snell with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate, Davis Schneider at first base. Meanwhile, Yesavage now up to 8 strikeouts. He's allowed just 2 hits. Multiple outlets report the Minnesota Twins hiring Derek Shelton as their new manager. Shelton previously managed the Pittsburgh Pirates for 5+ seasons. In the NBA, the Celtics lead the Cavaliers 123-105 with 50 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter, behind 30 points from Jaylen Brown. Earlier, Houston won at Toronto 139-121. The Raptors now 1-4, but fortunately for Toronto, the other Toronto team having a great time right now. Again, up 3-1 over the Dodgers in the top of the 5th. Guys?
Ilo, thank you. Appreciate it. Have a great night. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Worship Wednesday. Aches and pains, well, they can sneak up on you during the holiday hustle and bustle, and Aleve can help you forget the pain and make some more happy memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body and pain relief so that you can keep it moving. Use as directed. And joining us now, our guy, friend of the show, Shawne Merriman, former NFL All-Pro, founder of Lights Out Xtreme Fighting. Shawne Merriman on X. What up, bro?
Shawne, what's happening?
What's up, my man? How you doing?
Doing great.
Hey, you know what? We got to start here before we even get to football. Just the gambling scandal in the NBA, when you see the names, a coach and a current player and, you know, these rigged poker games or whatever. Just your reaction. And then, of course, who was the tight end?
Oh, Antonio Gates.
Antonio
Yeah.
Gates,
His
right.
teammate, former teammate.
Exactly. They say he was allegedly one of the faces of one of these rigged poker games. Just your initial thought of gambling and, you know, where we are today with sports.
You know, it's crazy, man. Because I think people are so quick to jump and not let everything come out, right? Like those headlines, all those guys, it's just big, and so you don't really know. Like, was a guy like invited, right, to some place, or did he just show up? Did he host? Like, you really don't know, you know. So I kind of let everything go out because, again, you know, we seen stuff like that, but man, guys like to gamble. You know what I mean? Like, I think that. I won't even call it just an athlete thing. I just think that guys like to gamble. You know, like for me, I don't gamble on sports, things like that. I'll sit down at the bottom of my table here and there, something, you know, but maybe a blackjack table.
I guess my thing is, Shawne, you know, it used to be really taboo. And I always say this, you know, you saw what baseball did to Pete Rose, right?
Yep.
Like exile, like till the end. I mean, they still basically until he died. But my point is, Now they've gotten its pro sports has gotten in bed. Everybody else can gamble, but not you, Shawne. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there's there's something there.
Rob, you know what? Okay, you know what gets me, right? Like, you know, when guys are making $10, $15, $20 million, you still jeopardize, right? That part I'll never understand. Now, you know, back in the day, like take a practice squad guy player, right, or somebody who doesn't play much, not making a lot of money. I'm not saying any of it is okay.
Right, I know what you mean. Right.
You get what I'm saying? It would make more sense for a guy like that. But some of these guys are making $10+ million a year. Like, why jeopardize the money you're making for that and risk those type of things? I can't really understand that part. But as far as the gambling, I seen Adam Silver coming out. You know, they're going to put their foot down in certain parts of it. But man, it's too big. It's never going to go away. But I think the regulations are definitely going to change.
Shawne Merriman, our guest. Don't forget that we also talk about he's got the Lights Out 28 coming up November 21st in Long Beach. So make sure you get your tickets for that. We'll have him tell us a little bit more at the end of our chat with him. I want to go to football. Let's go to your former team, the Chargers, since we're talking, you know, we brought up Antonio Gates and whatnot. But where are you right now with the Chargers? Kind of a hard team to say where they are. 1 minute you're like, oh man, they're likely to be one of the best teams in the NFL. Super Bowl could be possible. Then a couple weeks they struggle. Justin Herbert doesn't look great. Here we are, almost halfway through the season. What do you make of your former squad?
Man, you know, they started off red hot, right? I mean, they looked like the team that was going all the way. Then they had a bunch of injuries, and I'm not trying to make an excuse for it, but if you look at like the injuries that happened, you had Rashawn Slater to go down before the year started. He's arguably probably one or two best tackles in the league. He goes down. Joe Alt moves up to the left side. He goes down with a high ankle sprain. He's gone for weeks. Both running backs, one gone for the year, the other one gone for 7 weeks with an ankle. Khalil Mack is down. I'm like, what is going on? And I know people joke around about the curse and thing. I'm like, I'm starting to believe it myself, man. I'm gonna walk around rosary beads the next game because it's kind of just crazy how it happens. But it looks like they are like back on track. It looks like they went over Minnesota. I know they got I think the Titans coming up, right? And so it looks like they're back on track. But they still got a shot, man, to come out on top of the AFC West. And I know the Kansas City is starting to heat up. You know, they got Rice back. They got Xavier Worthy back. They got some of the missing pieces back. But the Chargers still got an opportunity, man, to come out on top in this division.
How about the Green Bay Packers? And they got the Jordan Love started off hot. Then he kind of cooled. People are like, I don't know. They gave him the big money. Maybe he's not as good as we think. He looked good against the Steelers this past week on the Thursday night game. And now it looks like the Packers might have three quarterbacks, totaling 40 years,
right.
which
Maybe
is incredible.
Longer.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you make of Jordan Love? Has he arrived? Is he that guy?
It's I think we're so quick to crown somebody or jump.
I'm with you on that. I'm with the crowning because C.J. Stroud was crowned after 1 year, and that hasn't turned out.
Yeah, but I think that's just day and age. Like somebody make a big play, there to go. Right? It's ridiculous how fast we crown people. Or they.
You mean like Shohei Ohtani? He's the greatest baseball player who ever played baseball.
You know we've seen it for a handful of years now. This ain't new.
But that's just kind of where we are. And so when you talk about Jordan Love, man, like this is the same guy that took them deep last year. This is the same guy they paid the money. This is the same guy they brought in to replace Aaron Rodgers. By the way, Aaron Rodgers is still playing, right? And so, I think it's just far beyond just Jordan having a good or bad game, man. They got some other pieces on there that they need to pick up, and it really just can't lay all on his shoulders.
You brought up, we were talking about in the AFC, you saying the Chargers could compete, maybe get to the Championship World Series. It's not baseball's on my mind. Super Bowl. One of the teams they might have to go through, and none of us saw this coming, is the Colts. They have a great running game with Jonathan Taylor. Obviously, their passing game has been good as well. Defensively, they're scoring 30. Are you in on them, and are they real deal?
Hey, man, so I was on the field when the Chargers played the Colts, and I was talking to Reggie Wayne for a minute, catching up with him. And they got a squad over there, and I don't think that people are talking about them enough. And I know they got a good record and stuff, but I was watching them. they're probably one of the most balanced teams in football, and because they can run the ball, they're throwing the ball well. Daniel Jones, looking like he the complete opposite of what he was in New York. So something was going on there, where he's just a complete different player. And also that defense, man, like they got some dogs out there. And if you look at them,
they've had a very easy schedule, though, Shawne. I mean, I don't know if you looked at their schedule. I'm just saying.
Again, there's other teams, right? There's other teams like the Bills are good this year, but the Bills has dropped a couple games where they probably should have won, right? It's still the NFL. So when you talk about easy schedules, yeah, you can have an easy game or two, but you ain't gonna be 6-7 games in and still talk about like there's something with this team. And by the way, Jonathan, man, at a running back, that dude's gonna break all kind of records before he's done. If he keeps up at this pace, he's gonna break a ridiculous amount of records.
I'll tell you what, I was saying the same thing with the MVP, too, if he had to ever have a chance.
Yeah, they're going to get at you a quarterback. That ain't going nowhere.
We know. They might as well call it the quarterback VP. That's what they need to call the QVP. Hey, Shawne, do us a favor. Tell us about what you got going on. I know I just talked about your next fight, your next competition. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, now we got a huge fight this Saturday in Long Beach, California. So anybody in SoCal, man, make sure you get to this one. Lights Out Xtreme Fight 2028. And then our tickets are lightsoutxf.com online. But you don't want to miss this one, man. We got a couple guys on this card that I think they're one and done with us and headed off to the UFC. We sent like 4 guys in the last like 40 days to either Dana White Contender Series or the UFC. And we got one guy, Grant Neal, who's on the main event fighting Renato Valente. He might be gone. He already got a call from the UFC, and I think he's going to come back and fight this time and be out. Cole Lauren is another guy. We just signed him a couple fight deal. I think a 3-fight deal. He's gone after that contract is up. Drake Floyd is on his card as well. So we're stacked up, man. So if you guys in Long Beach, anywhere close to Long Beach this Saturday, make sure you get your tickets at lightsoutxf.com, and we'll be live on Lights Out Sports TV, available on every smart TV, iOS and Android.
There you have it.
And one last thing. You got to be proud, seriously, when you start something. I know, it's not easy to get something off the ground, and you see other people now, eating even bigger off of, something that you started. How's that feel, Shawne?
Man, I've been around this sport for almost 18 years, and I started training with a lot of the guys in the mid-2000s. And when I got in this sport and this business, I wanted to start introducing some things. Obviously, I built a brand with Lights Out on a football field and kind of making that transition here. Watching these guys get calls, and we got to fight every month. And so watching them get called up, and we know the UFC's watching. I was just in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. I went to the fight out there last Saturday. I was out there. And so just to be around, man, to see the organization, to see where we're going, I believe we're next up.
Love it, man. Just tell Dana White just to drop $1 billion on you, so he can buy it.
Continue success.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him a text. I don't think I'm gonna get a return back on that one, but I'll try it out.
No doubt. Hey, Shawne,
right,
man,
thanks,
good
Shawne.
stuff. Appreciate you.
All right, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks.
No doubt. Last call on the way. 877-99 on Fox. Last call on the way.
Last call already.
I know. Show flying by.
I thought it was last call for the Dodgers. It's only the 6th inning.
It's still 6th inning. It's still a little early for that.
Relax.
And relax. RELAX. And we'll get you updated on that game as well. It's Fox Sports Radio.
They have too much talent. They're getting healthier. If they get can they make a run in this division? Absolutely. And my pick, Rob G, before the season started, because he always says, do I pick the Packers every year? No, but I picked the Packers this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that was before the Micah Parsons trade, right? Because wasn't that right before the season? Remember, I think I had picked the Packers.
I think you did.
Right? I did, before. And then they got them. So, and I picked the Baltimore Ravens. Like you. You picked the Ravens, but I think you picked who'd you pick? The
Lions. Ravens, Lions.
Yeah, like he's talking about me, and every pick is the Lions and the Tigers and the Pistons.
No, I picked the Mariners. I picked the Mariners. Mariners, Dodgers was my World Series pick. See, I keeps it real, son. I don't mind picking against them. And the problem with the Lions is now they're 15-2, the 21 carry the 21-4, meaning they don't really lose. And since I've been a part of this show,
No, what are you talking about? You don't count playoff losses?
I'm talking about regular season.
No, I'm talking about the playoff loss. You don't count those?
No.
Okay.
I mean, they can. I'm saying regular season when we count them, we do our.
I count the postseason losses.
And even if you do that, that's a lot. Okay, so they're 21-5, Rob. And I got to include a win, so they be 22. So my point is, they don't be.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, my point is that I'm serious. I think the Ravens can make a run, and I don't flip flop. I'm sticking with my Super Bowl pick, but I don't think if they can get it going and get in the playoffs, I think that they could still make a run if they get everybody right, if everybody's healthy, if guys play. They don't have to play to their resumes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Play to their abilities. Because they weren't doing that when the season first started. Am I crazy?
You're crazy light. And the only reason why I'm not going full-blown crazy is because of Lamar Jackson. And he's just that much of a difference maker that if it came down to a game or two they needed to win, he's just that good that he can win a game or two to make them win the division or at least, find some wild card spot, get in there. And then from there, you let the chips fall where they may, and again, he's just that good. So that's why I'm not going to say you're full on crazy. I will say, however, I just don't like what I'm seeing from them as a total unit. Defensively, they've gotten better, but they're not where they should be, where we all kind of thought they would be with the guys. If you look at the back names on the back of the jersey, they're not where they should be. Derrick Henry, surprisingly, you thought when Lamar Jackson would go out, they would kind of what San Francisco's been doing. They said, all right, Purdy's out, this guy's out, whole receiving group's out. We're going to rely on McCaffrey. He's been getting the ball like crazy. That's not the case. Derrick Henry, he's got a couple of touchdowns because they were right there at the red zone, but he's not going crazy. He's not getting $120, $140, $150, 30 carries. We're just going to ride the horse. It's not been that. So I don't know what they are right now. I don't like the total team as a whole. But again, the only reason why I'm giving you crazy light is because Lamar Jackson in his prime right now is just that good that if he matches up against the right team and needs to win this game to win the division or a wild card spot, it will be very hard for me to go against him, depending as long as it's not like one or two teams, because he's just that good and he's that unique that it's hard to game plan for him.
Yeah, I just think like their roster and their talent is you picked them for a reason.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, and they haven't played up to their potential. You got plenty of time to get there is what I'm saying. It's a long season. We saw them last year. Rob G, I want you to read out the schedule, too, what's coming up. But remember, they lost the first. They were 0-2, and most teams that start 0-2 don't make the playoffs.
And we both went.
And we were like, we're going to make the
fine.
playoffs. Right? Exactly, both of us. They won 7 of the next 8, and that's what I'm saying. With Lamar coming back, I can envision that.
That's not crazy. I said he's that good. I mean,
give us a schedule, Rob G, and let's see how it lines up.
Well, in order for them to make the Super Bowl, like you have them win the Super Bowl, they got to make the playoffs first. In order to make the playoffs, they got to get out of this 2-5 hole they dug themselves in. But this schedule shapes up very, very well. If you were believing,
shoot, the division alone is easy.
So Thursday against the Dolphins. Dolphins are not very good.
Okay, so there could be a W right there.
Then they get the mini bye, right? Because you play Thursday, you got 10 days for the next game. They travel to Minnesota, but J.J. McCarthy so far has only played one good quarter.
Yeah, that's winnable.
In his NFL
that's
career.
Winnable.
Okay, then it's in Cleveland. Dylan Gabriel's nothing to really get excited about. It's at home against Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor.
That's what I'm saying. You look at those right there.
Let's say they lost one of them.
So then they're at home to Joe Flacco. Now there might be plucky because the Bengals suddenly got an offense, but it's at home.
But it's still winnable.
Right?
It's not like ooh.
Then it's at home against Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Right. So both the two tougher games are at home. Mm-hmm. Then after that, then they go to Cincinnati and they close it with Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers. So that Week 18 game with the Steelers could ultimately determine the division.
Orlando. It's the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Shout out to Shawne Merriman, joined us a moment ago. Appreciate that. You can always check out the podcast. Rob G working hard to get that up as well. Aches and pains can sneak up on you during the holiday hustle and bustle, and Aleve can help you forget the pain and make happy memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so you can keep it moving. Use as directed.
I got a text from our guy, Tony, Chef Fanatic, who did our celebration.
Yeah, Chef Fanatic. Shout out to Chef. Yeah.
Yep. He did text me, said, in honor of the Dodgers cold bats, I'm going to 7-Eleven to get an ice cold 40-ounce soda. So,
Wait, you really said that?
Yeah. He just texted me. Thanks, Tony.
When you said 40 ounce, I'm like, no,
Yeah,
that
but
don't
he
sound
said
like
40
this. But then you said soda.
40 ounce
okay.
soda.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, that don't sound like Chef.
All right, you know what time it is, right?
Yeah, I do know what time it is. Time for last call.
Yes, it is. Maybe it is.
Allegedly.
This is the
last call. Let's go! The Odd Couple.
That's some trickery right there, Elijah. I don't know how you do that. Did you see the way
the camera?
Yeah.
Listen, I told you. Listen, man.
That's unbelievable.
Elijah be working.
Elijah, can you go work at CBS and help them out or something?
Yeah. Oh,
they need help.
They do need help.
It's bad. All right, Orlando in El Paso. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio, and you are the last call. What's up, my man?
Hey, guys. Hey, guess what? I just three-peated. 3 straight.
You had tricked
I know.
it.
I didn't even know. That's unbelievable.
Rob G, you got to screen these calls better.
All right.
Yeah. I three-peated before LeBron, Kelvin. How about that, huh?
That's right.
That was a good one, Orlando.
Listen, I want to say about the NBA. Listen, it's clear the NBA, they want viewership because the viewership is down. I think the MJ interview is canned. I like his take on load management because I do agree with it. This and Adam Silver with his nonsense has really hurt the league, in my opinion. But it would have been better if he would have done like a Charles Barkley take, like he's at the studio doing his thing, you know.
But Mike ain't gonna do that. We knew that, Orlando, right? We knew.
Yeah, but
that's not his
MO.
MO.
That's not.
He's not gonna do that and have a hot take or rip somebody. It's just not gonna happen.
More than anything, why I think he wouldn't do it, Orlando and Rob, is because I can't see what's coming. See, Chuck don't care. You can ask Chuck, what you think about gambling? Look, y'all know I love to gamble, but I ain't saying that. Chuck, what you think about President Trump? He's gonna, whatever it is, he's ready, don't mind, he'll go there. I think MJ would want to know what you're gonna ask him before. You can't put me on spot with potentially 5-10 million people, however many watching, and I gotta answer this awkward question that I didn't know was coming.
100%.
That's the part to me.
But I knew he was never going to be on the set.
Chuck
like
ready
when
for
people first
anything.
got him, they were like, "Oh yeah, he's going to be." No. He's not going to be in studio. He's not going to be live. None of that. I knew that was happening.
Hey, MJ, what do you think of Giannis and this gather step controversy that we got going on right now?
He just
we got to talk about
we got to talk about that.
I might have to gather myself.
I mean, and Dan Patrick said he saw, 4.5 or 5. What, Dan Patrick, change your prescription.
And there are NBA
6 steps.
referees, quote unquote, on Twitter saying, "Oh well, in today's NBA, a gather step doesn't count as a step, so it's okay."
Right.
What?
That man went from Milwaukee back to Greece with that traveling. That was crazy. If you don't know what we're talking about, just look up Giannis and traveling.
No,
he took about 6-7 steps.
In New York, we used to say you just took the A train.
Well,
like
yes.
Like you didn't walk. I mean, come on, man.
That was crazy. I thought he was cha-cha slide to the left. Everybody clap your hands. Like I thought that's what was going. How low can you go? Can you go down low? All the way to the floor? Get it, Rob. How low can you go? Can you bring it to the top? Like it never stopped? Can you bring it to the top? One hop.
Did you see that? They just robbed Ohtani of a hit.
I was kind of getting into the cha-cha
Shea
slide.
just had a heart attack over there. He just had a diving catch. Who was that in right field? I mean, it looks like a good hit. But look at this.
Yeah. Nice. That was nice. Ooh. That was nice.
Yep.
Yeah, Dodgers better get something going. And we talked about this. It will be a battle of our starters are really good versus your offense, and the starters not bad.
And I'm not patting myself on the back, but the one thing I did say in the beginning was the Dodgers offense I don't think it's going to be good enough.
And it hasn't been. It's still early. And it's still early even in the series because you got to win 7, but they have not been good. There's no denying that. They better get something going.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?